We are live, Menace.
Oh, hi, Stan. Now we're live.
Now we are live.
Why, let's tell the people why we started live so late, Stan.
Why? What are you saying is why we started live so late?
Because you don't know what you're doing over there.
Is that why?
What else is the reason why?
Because I'm clicking the thing and clicking apply, and it's not applying what I'm clicking.
So you do know what you're doing.
50-50.
Okay. And then I said, hey, Stan, why don't you fuck with it and get it right on your own time? And then what'd you say, Stan?
To which I replied, what?
I'm asking you.
I do it on my own time.
No, you don't. On your own time, you masturbate, you sex with girls, you eat shitty food, you pick on your nephews, you drink beer, and you smoke drugs.
Who told you that I pick on my nephews?
I've been at your house, Stan.
And what, I pick on my nephews?
Well,
a little bit.
You're not. You're more of. You're like a big brother rather than an uncle.
Okay. That's how I try to be.
All right.
You know.
But I said all these things, and you said, "I don't do that." And then I was like, "You don't masturbate in your own time?" Which you said, "No, I do."
I do drink some Great South Bay on my own time.
You do drink beer on your own time. You smoke drugs on your own time. Then we got to the discussion. You sex girls on your own time. And you said, no, I don't. And I said, all right. Let's define sexting.
Okay, what's the Menace Bermudez definition of sexting?
I want to hear yours first.
Sending provocative text back and forth and or nude photos.
Yes. Yeah, that's definitely sexting. But for me, it was like you texting girls in a casual way, like, hey, like, I don't know, just got some Great South Bay Breweries over here if you want to come over and have a few, maybe watch a movie. But in the back of your head, while you're saying all these things, you're just like, you got her hair wrapped up in your hands, and the head's pushed down, and you're behind her with her panties down, near her, just below her knees.
I don't think that's sexting at that point.
Well, like in your head, you're sexting. You're setting that all up.
Am I?
You know, hey, what's going on, beautiful? How you doing?
It seems like
is your father a boxer? Because you're a knockout.
Oh man, I should have copied it. I saw a really good pickup line that you would have liked.
So it's totally gone. You have no clue what it is?
No clue. Totally gone.
No clue where you saw it?
Nope, no clue.
Stan, I'm drinking a Great South Bay Brewery beer. What about you?
I am. I'm going with the summer ale. What do you got going on over there?
I'm drinking the massive IPA. It gets you there quicker. 7.0 alcohol content. You know, you drink 3 of these bad boys and you're there.
What is it, alcohol content?
7.
7?
Yeah, well, it's called a massive IPA.
They're trying to get you fucked up over there.
I tell you what, if Great South Bay Brewery ever comes out with a beer, let's talk about what it might taste like and what the alcohol content would be, Stan.
What? You just said if Great South Bay ever comes out with a beer, they've come out with like fucking 50 of them.
Comes out with a Menace and The Man beer.
Oh, I don't know. Who knows?
I'm really into Belgian ales, or I'm not I like a Pilsner or an Amber as well. I even fucks with a lager. What do you have any comments, Stan, on this?
No, I'm pretty open.
Okay. What alcohol content would you want it to be?
What alcohol content would I want it to be? I don't know. A variety.
You're not paying attention at all.
I
what
am.
Do you mean a variety? You want the alcohol content to be a variety?
A variety. It could be a 5. It could be a 7 like you're drinking. I'll even drink a girly 3.5 or 4.0, whatever they are,
We're saying we have to pick an alcohol content. What would you want it to be?
Oh, a strong one. I want the Menace and The Man beer to be like, I want some people, like bitch-made motherfuckers, to say, no, I can't drink that one. It fucks me up too much.
So an 8.5?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we can go there.
All right. Like you have 4 of those and you're spent?
Yep. 3 or 4, mm-hmm. 3 or 4 and you're done. Your body shotted by the Menace after 3 or 4 of them.
Wow. So, in terms of guests, Chas Skelly confirmed, hey, he's down for whatever kind of. Randy confirmed he's kind of down for whatever. I was thinking we throw a shot at Uriah Faber, we throw a shot at Caitlin Blonde Fighter, and Kyle Sermonera, might as well, and Weidman. And Kusamano, Usamano. Wow. Usman. Sorry. Kush. I was because when I start texting Usman, Kush comes up. And I combine Kush and Usman together, and we have a buddy named Kusamano.
I saw Kusamano on my drive home.
Yeah?
Yeah.
He's out there catching like huge tuna.
I saw that.
Anyways, so Stan, what are your thoughts on just, hey, if you're free, come on in.
Do it. I'm going to check my email or my messages for that invite on that boat, Kusamano, to catch them tuna. I'm a big tuna guy.
Talk about things with the people while I copy and paste.
So I'll pick your brain a little bit, but I'll carry the conversation. You didn't watch these fights this past week. I know you said you caught a little bit of it, right?
Yes.
Jessica So that's even a point that if Caitlin does jump on with us, Caitlin sent out that tweet like Cynthia. She wrote Cynthia Calvillo or gimme Cynthia Calvillo. That was her post.
I love it.
I love it too, but that's not it's not an easy call out. She's not an easy match for anybody. Like that's something I saw with Jessica I was like, damn, this is a very difficult opponent right here. No, you don't think? I think Calvillo had some.
I don't think she'll be able to take down Blonde Fighter as easily as she took down Jessica I.
Oh, come on. She's well, we've talked about that. Is takedown defense sexually transmitted? It's not. But it could be in the Sermonara household. Like, what's that? Osmosis?
Yeah. Anyways, Henry Hoof, do I say? Did I just kick one at him?
Yeah, okay. I thought you kicked one at him earlier. You didn't?
I just said Henry. He never responded.
He's busy training champions.
Yeah.
And even that, that's obviously where we want to go with, like, Chas Skelly. Hey, how are you? How's life? How are things? Who's going to win?
Oh, wow.
No?
Yeah, I mean, I also want to know what Chas is up to.
Of course. And like I said, I told you I've seen him on some Sanford MMA shit doing like the interviews and whatnot on their page.
How's his interviews? Has he got skills?
He's no menace, but...
Oh, wow. Thank you.
Yeah, he's doing something.
Means a lot to me.
You know, I saw him on there talking to Gilbert. And then I think I saw another one, but I definitely saw the Gilbert one. I tuned in for a little bit wrote a couple answers and questions, and he didn't respond to any of them. So I was like, "Fuck this! I'm out of here." Oh, here's Chas Skelly right now jumping in.
Oh, he's ready.
He is ready.
Man, he's so good.
Punctual.
How's my lighting over here? Should I turn my lights on, or is this good?
You could. X Chaz once he pops in.
All
right. Connecting his audio.
Chaz! Hello? Chaz, we can't hear you, Buzz. Can we, Stan?
Nope. He has to connect his audio, which I don't think connected.
Fuck with your levels. I feel like I can hear him trying to talk. Chaz, talk. Just start clapping. Oh, here we go. Chaz?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Oh, we can hear you.
Got it.
Chaz, I gotta ask you, how's my lighting? Do I go this lighting or this lighting?
They're both all right. I like the second one better.
All right, second one it is. Chaz, how you been, bro?
Been pretty good. How you been?
Oh, pretty good. I was talking to Stan because you had asked about a podcast, right?
Yep.
And Stan's the guy who knows more than I do. So you guys can, send numbers after the show, and he can get you kind of hooked up and maybe give you some pointers on whatever you want to know on that. But
awesome.
So Stan, one thing about Chaz is same weight class as me when I was fighting. Met him, and I just thought he was gonna be this weird, fuck this guy. He's coming to my gym. He's training. Chaz is fucking one of the coolest guys ever. Within a day, I'm like, dude, are we best friends? Super welcoming. Yeah, drinks beer. Wait, are you in Texas right now or Florida?
I'm in Florida. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We haven't been back home in forever. Seems like we want to make a trip soon, but we're just kind of hanging out here. Stephanie works here. Actually, where they built Stanford MMA, where they built our gym, there's a strength conditioning place built onto it. They do neurological engineering, physical therapy, recovery, and she does the finances for them. Barwis.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say to Menace, is I noticed you doing something with Sanford MMA, or at least you were on their Instagram talking to Gilbert Burns.
Yeah, so I was going to say, I'm actually about to start a podcast for Sanford. So after I got hurt this last time, they hired me. They built an orthopedic surgeon's office onto our gym as well. But there's only a doctor in there, twice a month or whatever. So I just do the admin stuff for that, and I do the admin stuff for our gym. And so, I get to work, and I'm still in the gym all the time. So when I recover, I can, take another fight or whatever.
Oh, so you're banged up right now.
Yeah, I had my pectoralis major tendon got torn from the bone, so I had surgery. It's a 6-month recovery.
Damn.
Yeah, it actually sucked because I landed in Vegas. I was supposed to fight on UFC 246. I went through my whole camp. I felt great. I landed in Vegas, or I landed for my layover to get to Vegas, and my social media was all blown up, and everybody saying, "Oh, that sucks, that sucks." And I was like, "What sucks?" They're like, "You didn't hear? Your fight's canceled." The guy I was fighting a kid named Grant Dawson. He had some issues with USADA. It was basically he had been busted for something in the past, and he still had traces of it in his blood, kind of like the John Jones picograms, And
okay. What country is he from?
There was a little more to it. He was clean, There was a little more to it. It just sucked. They tested him, and I guess there were traces of something in his blood, and whatever. I believe he was clean though. I don't think he was, dirty.
Now, if it was like when your opponent misses weight and they're like, "Hey, do you still want to fight him?" You're like, "Yeah." I mean, probably be the same with drugs, right? Like if a guy was like, "Hey, just turns out your opponent popped. Do you still want to fight him? We'll give you 20% of his purse." I'm like,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'll take the money and I'll still fight it.
That should be an option, no?
Yeah. Hey, I agree. I think it should be an option. It should be an option.
Like it's not 20%, it's 40%.
Better option. Much better option.
Hey, Stan, let's mail it in.
Yeah.
Man, you should be on the board.
I know. There should be 7 judges, and if someone pops dirty for something that's banned, 40% of the purse. If that guy, or that guy can sit, try to get his shit right.
If you were just like the head of the judges, you look at the scorecards. One of the judges suck. You've got like the button just to send them down to the snake pit. they scorecard. Chair just falls right off underneath them.
Man, that would be awesome.
Yeah,
there should definitely be more judges. No,
I don't know. Maybe the last man.
There's 3 judges with guys that you don't know their MMA background.
Yeah, I think the judges should definitely be certified. I think that there needs to be something going on there with continuing education type stuff for judges and refs for sure.
Like to become a judge, you have to watch what 7 fights, right? And they're all, I don't know, and they have to sit there and that round and just score the rounds, the random fights, and that's how if you get them all right, okay, as a real judge, the best judge, your judgments were right, were good. I'll take it.
Yeah, I think they should start them off easy. Fights that clearly are one-sided, or clearly one guy wins this round, clearly one guy wins this round. Kind of work them into harder fights for sure. But man, you know how it goes. There's such bad judging out there. It's amazing. Sometimes I watch these fights and even the Fili fight was a split decision, and I'm like, who scored that? It was a close fight, but don't get me wrong. But I mean, come on, that couldn't have been a split decision. You couldn't have given that to Jourdain, I don't think. Right. That's a close one. That's a closer one. That's not really one of those that is even controversial. I'm just saying, even for it to be a split, to me, I'm like, it looked pretty clear.
Yeah. You know what it is, though? I was saying to Menace about Fili's fight. Fili's fights are close enough that, if you're an uneducated judge, I said you might score it for Fili, or you might score it for the other guy. His fights are always, at least the ones I can remember, especially the one with Menace, they're close enough that an uneducated judge is going to go. If they're looking away, they're going to look up and be like, "Oh, that guy." You know what I mean?
Well, you know what it is. I think for Fili, it's 1 out of 50 strikes he throws hits the guy pretty hard. We're like, whoa, maybe there's something there. Yeah. But for the most, just.
Oh no, there was a lot there in this last fight. I had it for Fili, but then after the fight, I immediately, the person I was watching it with, I said that's going to be a split decision, just because I could tell just the way the fight. What's his name? Charles Jobain, the guy he fought.
Yeah.
He landed enough to make some of the rounds close, but it was Fili's fight pretty much the whole time.
Yeah. Yeah. I like what he's doing, though.
He's very good at touching.
Yeah, he is.
He touches you a lot. And a lot of times you walk in and touches, and they're locked in tight. And you're like, oh, you fucker.
But I like what he's doing later in his career. He's getting more of those takedowns to secure the rounds. I mean, he probably knows that his style, if he's touching somebody and they're touching him, they could be close rounds, scoring those takedowns are huge. And I think that's smart of him to implement that,
Yeah. We got to get him on the show.
We're trying.
I've heard he's a super nice guy.
He was throwing a lot of
I don't know him.
He was throwing a lot of head kicks in that fight this past weekend, too.
Well, he has a head kick knockout.
Yeah.
So, like, if you get, success with something, you're gonna kind of keep hoping that sucker lands again on random dudes,
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Should I even do it in sparring? Something's landing. I keep going to it.
Yeah.
And yes,
I wish.
we've heard Fili is a super nice guy, but there's one guy who's also a nice guy that Fili has a little bit of history or beef with, if you will. And his name's Dennis Bermudez. His name's Dennis Bermudez.
We used to go.
You guys have beef?
I mean, not like I'm not one to really, I don't know. It was So one day I'm on Twitter. Somebody tags me, Fili, and somebody else. Like, so me and Fili are the same weight class, and then there's another guy. I forget what weight class. Is like, man, you guys are all great fighters. I hope you guys all become champions. And Fili typed in like I don't know, but the other clowns like, I'm definitely gonna become champion. Like, I get it. That's the attitude you have to have. But I was like, nah, son. And I remember, when I was getting ready to fight him, he would go on my fan page and would like type in shit like, yo, this dude's gonna like keep doing that because you're gonna get your ass beat. And I was like, yo, motherfucker. Like, I get it. Like, it's funny now, but at the time I was like, dude, I'm going to thrash this guy. And then I lost.
No, I get you. I get it. There can't be 2 number ones. That would be 11.
Right. Yeah.
That's all you got to say.
But at the end of the day, listen, you get more honey than you do with vinegar. All right. I'm ready. Sure. The ego, I'll push aside. Hey, touchy-feely, you're rapping. Oh, and then one night I got hammered, right? Well, so I'm on. I saw Uriah Faber posted like a music video that Touchy Feely did, and I actually listened to it. I was like, this is shit. So I went into his comments and I was like, this is fucking shit. This sucks. Into Uriah. So Fili was going through Uriah's comments and was like, people were like, yo, man, dope. Some people would say bad things. He'd be like, yo, man, thank you for liking my shit. Some people were like, fuck you. And then he was saying, then he saw mine. And it was like, I think I was already on like a skid of losses. He was like, yeah, you think my shit's trash? Just like you. You're trash. And I was like, yeah? Because I think, I was like, I'll drop down to 50. I'll drop back down to 45. And like, he was like the one guy I was like, I would come out of retirement for. But
I feel like you should get him on the show now.
Well, the thing is, I don't want to like get him on the show and talk a ton of shit. But if it goes there, you know your boy's not going to back down.
No, I've actually heard he's really cool. I've heard he's a super nice guy.
Yeah, like I think he's got a really good story to tell. He actually is a really good fighter.
Yeah, for sure.
And Uriah's a super nice dude. So if Uriah's cool with him, he's got to be, and that whole alpha male crew. I know them all pretty well. And they're all like really like almost over the top nice guys. So I'm like, if they're fuck with him, then he's got to be, a stand-up guy too,
Yeah, I've got my old roommate, really good friend of mine, Alex Munoz, trains out there, and
yes,
yeah, he said Philly's really cool. So I believe, Alex says he's cool. So Alex is a really cool guy, super nice guy. So
weird thing about Alex Munoz, he sounds like he's very like Hispanic looking, but he's not.
No, weird thing. What's crazy about him? His whole family, they're all like super talented. They can all like paint, ride mountain bikes, and just they're all gymnasts and shit. It's like, it's disgusting. It's like
my next door neighbor's probably the same family. They're half Native Americans, the Christians. So like my mentor is 7 years older than me. He's the youngest of all of them. So he was like, he could bench like 225, but he wrestled at 112.
Yeah.
Like a freak.
Yeah.
Like he's the only. I watch him do like this, not one but two, fully all the way out, one arm pull ups. Not like grab your own hand, full. Oh, I'm like Jesus. Well, I'm like, so freak.
Yeah.
And his one brother can run forever. He has like the high school like running record. The other brother can make art out of anything. Like my dad, I watched him. He had this huge stump. He carved this fucking dope tortoise. Then my dad I watched him paint a bunch of shit on canvas with a brush. Then my dad was like, "Hey, can you do murals?" He's like, "Oh, probably." Gives the dude a fucking hood with the mural like fine print gun. He makes this stuff. I'm like, really, dude? You could just give you anything. You can make art. And then the sister's a good mom, I guess.
She's a great lady.
And then the oldest brother can just like never went to mechanic school, never like he could just fix anything kind of thing. I'm like, I don't.
Yeah,
none of them have ever went to carpentry school. Can all do carpentry? I'm like, I don't get it.
So Menace, Randy.
My family's really good at drinking. We all can. Yeah. The genetics I got.
What'd you say, Stan?
Menace and The Man are good at drinking as well. That's why a beer company sponsored us.
Hang
That's
on.
what I'm talking about.
I'll be right back.
But Chaz, do you know Randy from the UFC? Formerly from the UFC. He was the social media guy for the UFC.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Faehrrich.
I'm just gonna call him Randy Gastelum because he looks like Kelvin Gastelum.
He does.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do a little quick promo.
All right, you do
so
that.
I got this Great South Bay beer, right?
Nice.
So Stan, on the last episode, I poured it like this, so there wasn't foam, right? And on it says pouring notes, invert, can, and pour. So my lady calls me out on it. Is like, "Are you retarded? Like, why did you?"
Whoa! Are you mentally not that smart or whatever?
Are you not like smart? Do you not know anything? And I was like, "What are you talking about?" She's like, "It's supposed to have the head on it. Like good beer is supposed to have a head on it." That I'm like, "Oh, the can said to pour it inverted." And then the brewer said to drink it out of a pint glass. So let's see what happens. Listen, inverted. Whoa, there's not a lot of head going on here.
Glass too small.
There was head everywhere. Oh shit. Dude, that's wild. Did you just see, guys? Look,
hey,
that was the cup. It was upside down. And there's not like, I guess I just drank way too many Coors Lights, huh? Look now, the head's brewing.
Good though. That looks good.
Yeah, this is a stout. They're a nitro dry Irish style stout. 1 pint.
And what kind of beer is that?
The brand?
The brand.
Great South Bay Brewery.
Yeah, so, we like to.
Yeah,
we got this thing with trying new beers. We try all the new beers we can. So I have to try it.
Maybe Stan can pull some strings and get you sent some.
Yes, 100%. That's another thing that I did want to possibly talk to Rick from GSB about is maybe we start sending cases to some of our guests so they can try it out.
That's the best idea I've ever heard.
Yeah. Well, we'll start with you, Chaz.
You should start right now.
Like Chaz, what would be your favorite podcast? The one you just listen to, or the one you come on, they send you a shirt, a 6-pack of beer, and a mask, like a face mask?
That one.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah, we're
you could have stopped at the. You could have stopped at the beer. I'm just kidding. That one definitely.
Yeah, the mask's gonna be a dog chew toy. The shirt's gonna be like a rag to clean something.
Steaming.
But the beer will go.
Those are the cum rag.
I love those Menace and The Man guys.
I got a funny story about that.
Listening.
One time, so I had a college roommate, or in college, everybody's always wearing each other's clothes and stuff. Like, you know, we were all the same. We were all wrestlers, about the same size.
Can I pause you right there?
Yeah.
So, Stan, we're painting the deck today. Do you see those shorts I was wearing?
Yeah.
That was my 125-pounders high school shorts that got stolen. Someone else stole them, and then I stole them. Continue, Chaz.
That's how it goes. That's how it goes. So, anyways, one day, you know, I do a little cleanup duty with a shirt and then just throw it over, you know, by the dirty clothes. Well, I guess one of my roommate came in my room, and I don't know why he picked a shirt out of my dirty clothes instead of my closet. But I go to school the next day, and I look, and I'm like, is that my shirt he's wearing? And I look, he turns around, huge, just cum stain all down the back of it. That's definitely my shirt. That's definitely my shirt.
Got him.
Got him.
There's two places to get rid of it, right? One, the shower goes down the drain, or two, an already dirty shirt. Like, you're gonna wash it. Obviously not when you're like really good shirts. You don't know if it's gonna somehow stain it. I don't know.
Like I don't think I've ever done a shirt. I wasn't even like, you ever see the memes and the shit on Instagram where it's like, oh, I found this sock under my boyfriend's bed, and it's like a frozen sock.
The sock is, I mean, I've done it in my life, but it's just a lot of work. Just
I've never.
Yeah, I'm not a sock guy.
I've always been a paper towel guy. Not a tissue, a paper towel.
Evidently, I'm a towel guy because Stephanie says I have to stop using the towels because they're never soft again.
All right, this is.
Hang on. I'm an expert.
I know. Wait, Menace. Let me cut you off. This is the perfect conversation. We'll have Randy jump in with us.
Oh wow,
this is a good one.
I'm gonna get. As soon as he hops in here, I'm going right to it.
Go right to it. Yeah, you're good.
What's up, guys?
Randy, welcome.
Hey, Randy.
What's up, man?
What's going on?
Randy, I've been planning my pudding for years now. Years. So I know where it's gonna go, right? So when I'm alone by myself, lotion's out, candles are lit, I put a towel where I know it's gonna go. Easy cleanup.
Slightly to the left.
Yeah, my left thigh. My hip. We're in good shape.
As long as you know, I guess, right?
Yes. So wait.
If for some reason it goes outside that, well, I got the towel, right, Chaz?
That's right. You always got a towel. Or,
Randy, you remember Chaz?
Yeah, I remember Chaz. Yeah, of course.
He's a good old Texan boy, trains in Florida.
Yeah.
So here, Chaz, something we should have said in the beginning. Can you actually go sideways with the phone?
Oh, yep.
There we go. Now we got
Yeah.
that whole thing.
Yeah.
So, Randy, we weren't sure how to pronounce your last name. How do you pronounce it?
Faehnrich.
Faehnrich. Randy Faehnrich. Welcome to Menace and the Man. Chas Skelly. We didn't give you a formal introduction, but welcome to Menace and the Man.
145-pound UFC
undercard specialist.
What is it?
145-pound undercard specialist.
Well, that's something we've even discussed with Randy, is there's a lot of guys like you, Chaz, that are just like complete studs and just haven't gotten that recognition, haven't gotten that proper placement and whatnot. And now Randy, his next venture, that's kind of what he's getting into now.
Yeah, kind of, sort of. Representing any of these guys and girls that need some sort of extra exposure or awareness push.
Yeah, like Randy, something that me and Menace have always talked about is like, if the UFC wants you to be a star, they can make you a star very easily.
Mm-hmm.
Like they can, like something, especially with the coronavirus and whatnot, every day on the Instagram, they were putting out like old fights. Like they were putting up Phil Baroni fights, Mark Coleman fights, things like that, which are awesome. Don't get me wrong. But they could have been pumping out Chas Skelly fights, and
those guys' time is past.
Yeah. Well, I think that there's a little bit of planning that goes into that, right? I mean, I think their purpose in doing that is because we're in a pandemic and everybody's home, and there's no sports to watch. Why don't you go watch UFC Fight Pass with all these old legends of the sport and go figure out, what this sport's about, the history of the sport. So I think they had a rhyme and a reason for doing that. But to your point, you're right. They could 100% be putting out, fights of a whole bunch of active athletes that have had fights in the past as well.
So because I remember, I'm the second, the third, the fourth fight on the prelims, and I'm watching the highlights of, that they put that like the UFC, like they got that UFC song and they're showing videos of Henzo Gracie like armbarring people and hoist and Ken Shamrock.
Sure.
And I'm just like, yeah, but everyone knows who those fucking guys are. What about me? What about Chaz? Like, I actually fought this fucking card, but you're showing highlights of these guys. Those guys are already, like, in the Hall of Fame. Those guys are, how can we get there without, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, I think it's a little bit of, the UFC does things a certain way, and they've had the same music, the same intros, the same sizzles, the same promos, particularly around live events for a long time, and it seems to be working for them and according to them, and so that's what they keep on doing. But
they did sell the company for $4 billion, so I guess maybe we should be
doing something right.
Yeah, there's that. There is that.
I get it. Me and Chaz don't make the highlight reel if we're not doing anything super exciting. Mm-hmm. But when I'm throwing people over my head and Chaz is fucking, choking people unconscious.
Yeah. I'm with you. I'm not saying that it shouldn't be.
I know.
Somewhere.
I'm over here talking to you like you still work for, like, hey, make the change tomorrow. Go in the office tomorrow.
Switch out the promos and put in different.
Menace is like, so Randy, was it you that didn't put me in the fucking highlight reel?
Well, no. When I first really met Randy, it was in Australia.
We were in Brisbane. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. I came I had seen you many times, but
right.
I wasn't actually fighting. So I actually went there. I actually hung out in the media room.
You were a guest athlete. Yeah.
I was like, hey, Randy, how do you eat this? And you're like, I was like, did you just bite it? And you're like, wait, give me a second. And I was like, I'm just going to bite it. Yeah. Bit into it. Best friends ever since. We also went out every night. That was also pretty awesome, too.
That's true. But I was just
what are you eating?
I was just thinking about that story the other day. What was it? A passion fruit or like a
dragon fruit, right?
Dragon fruit. Yeah. Yeah. And you bit it like shell and all. And it was like
you cut it into fours and eat it like a
yeah. And then your face after it was terrible looking.
Because the thing is if and I'm not taking anything away from Conor or anybody else, but if the camera's on me, I'm gonna make magic. Like, hey, like there's a garbage can right there. Like, hit me with it. Like, let's see what happens. Let's see how many times you can hit me until I fucking fall down. Especially if this camera. It's really bad when the camera's there.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing, though. Like, not a lot of athletes think that way, right? Like, not a lot of athletes. I feel like the UFC or MMA athletes in general are in this weird time where, Conor's like the extreme side of like being in front of the camera, but then there's also like, so-and-so, I'm not going to name anybody, but just so-and-so who like doesn't want to talk or do anything or like talk to anyone or nothing. Just, the Bushido code, the Bushido way. Like, I'm just a martial artist. I want to get in, fight, and get out. And it's like, you don't need to be Conor, but you got to be a little bit more than that if you want to actually make an impact.
Yeah.
On the sport, because you are selling entertainment as well, right? And that's where, the media interviews. You got to be doing social. You got to be doing digital. You got to be doing, you got to be creating kind of your own little wave outside of the promotions push and outside of
because I remember, so Conor hit the scene. Someone was like, "Yo, dude, you should try and fight this guy. Like, I know he's pretty good. He's whatever." I'm like, "Fuck this guy, whatever." Like, he's just a loudmouth, whatever.
Sure.
He's fighting, he's winning. I'm like, now this guy's got my attention, whatever. Then he like surpassed me. I'm like, well, I should start running my mouth. And then I was getting ready to fight with Carl Lamas. I'm like, fuck this guy. He can't touch me. I'll fucking piss on him. And he taps me on the first round. I'm like, oh, that's not good for me. I'm just not good. So it's not organic for me to be doing like the Conor shit talking. I think a lot of people saw it, tried it, and were like, some guys stuck with it for sure.
Well, I agree. I agree with that a lot because it kind of happened. That's kind of the way it happened with me too. I had won 4 or 5 fights in a row, and like maybe 4 fights in a row, something like that. And they were talking about me possibly fighting Cub Swanson, and so I started, or Clay Guido or Cub Swanson. I think those were 2 names that have been brought up, and I was like, yeah, I mean that would be great. Either one of the guys at the time. So I started kind of doing things to talk shit, and it was kind of forced on me. They were like, you really need to start talking shit about these guys. To me, it just wasn't organic. Yeah. And, because I've had a lot of people say, I mean, I'm funny as fuck, You
are like, really funny.
Like, what's the deal? Like, why don't you have more, why don't you get more exposure? I'm like, well, I've done a bad job of marketing myself. First of all, let's get that out of the way. I don't blame it on anybody else. But at the same time, the promotion could shine a little more spotlight on the guys, some of the other up and coming guys, some of the guys on the undercards, and it would probably help. It would probably help a lot with
like Chas. If they followed you around your house for like a 4-day weekend, they'd be like, "Oh my god, this guy is so funny."
I mean, they'd probably think I was an idiot, but.
Well, because the thing is, because my buddy Ryan the Flair, like Randy, I don't know if you know Ryan outside the camera.
Yeah.
Like, he's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
But as soon as the camera goes on, he's just like,
I'll fight.
I'll
win the fight.
Freezes up.
Yeah.
He goes business. He doesn't go with his
when
personal.
I said, I don't
mean fuck this guy. Like, he doesn't like.
I don't mean that as like he can't talk in front of the camera, but like he just goes like kind of like.
No. No, in real life though, with the cameras on, because I've done some videos with him on the side, and he doesn't project the same.
Right. But here's
the way that I see it though.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna do something I don't. So I see it as 2 guys going in there and doing their job. So me, I'm going in there to do my job. You're going in there to do your job. I'm not gonna start verbally assaulting you to sell. Really, kind of selling myself out. I love to talk shit. Like, I talk shit to my friends all day. I mean, it's what I really, really enjoy doing. We go back and forth.
Like Chas, if me and you were to fight, that, like, the shit talk there would actually be, like, almost like, dude, really? Like, you're the muscle mass of, like, a 12-year-old. And you're like, well, you're as short as the fucking, like, are you even, like, I think you're legally a dwarf. Like, that would be, like, funny friendship.
Yeah, because it would be all in good fun. It would be all in good fun shit talk.
Right.
But the shit talking that gets like personal, I mean, we're gonna fight anyways. I don't.
Yeah.
To me, I'm just like, not so much.
We start hitting on religion or
Well, and I think that everybody kind of understood that what you guys are referring to went a little too far between those 2 guys, between Habib and Conor. But that being said, you can, it's a fine line between being authentic and forcing it. You know what I mean? Like the audience, the one thing about the audience is they can tell in a heartbeat. And if they feel like you're forcing it, if you're inauthentic, if it's not coming off natural, it's not going to work, And
I agree with that.
It's also depends on your personality and your sense of humor. Because I thought I was so dialed in to the shit between Conor and Khabib.
Yeah.
Like when
Yeah, of course. I think everybody was dialed into it, but I think that I think the
religion is too much. The religion, I guess, is too much. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's too much. But I'm like, yo, it's really on now. It's fucking on. Yeah. This is not. I'm setting a fight now. This is pretty personal.
But you could make the same argument that you had that same excitement when he fought Aldo. He didn't get too personal on Aldo, like family.
Right. Yes,
like
for sure.
But he like grabbed his belt. He was in his face. He was staring at him. In between PR members. Yes. Like you felt that intensity in that rivalry. Same with Nate. Him and Nate were made for each other when it comes to media and talking to one another. I truly believe like they are made to be nemesis in this sport, like because of the way they talk and the way they present themselves, who they are. But when it comes to when it came to that Khabib fight, it got a little dark. It got a little dark.
So quick question: when they do these big press conferences, for example, like Floyd versus Conor, like cool. When they go show up in like London or whatever, right. Like is the promotion making money on them showing up and speaking, or they are paying money for this promotion?
I mean, that's a good question. I don't think they charged for the attendance to those press conferences, so I don't think they made actual dollars there. However, you you set that off by saying you're going to get X amount in media revenue and exposure, and then in turn pay-per-view buys. So it's like
probably translates on the back end to pay-per-view.
Sure. So it's like I'm going to spend
in my head, I was like, man,
$200,000 for this world tour, but I'm going to make it back in the first round or something. You know what I mean? It's not. It doesn't really. It doesn't really matter. You're just paying your costs up front, and you're going to make it all back on the back end.
Got it. Because in my head, like Conor versus Floyd, they probably could have that tour for 1 year. Like no lie, like built it up, like
honestly. You can hate on him, but Conor versus anybody. He has wit that you could put him on a tour versus anybody. Him versus
Go ahead. Sorry.
I was going to say, we cut people off all the time. It's what we do. People, him versus Aldo was amazing. Him versus Khabib was amazing. Him versus Mayweather, like he's a witty dude. He has an accent, so you're into it.
Yeah. And the accent is so, I remember talking to friends about this. And I was like, the accent is like just the most crucial element to his media game, I feel like. Because if he sounded like you or I, it just wouldn't.
Yeah, I agree.
It would still be good. It just wouldn't be great, I feel like.
Yeah. You see when people do the similar thing that Conor does, other than Chael, like I'll use Colby and Cejudo as the example, people call it cringy.
Right. Well, Cejudo tries to be cringy, though.
Like,
I don't know if Colby tries to be cringy. I think Colby is that's what he's doing, But Cejudo, like
either way, both those guys are like this.
Yeah. And the number one thing,
that lose or win, you still want to see them.
That's the number one thing too is that these guys can actually fight. It's not all talk, and you see a lot of that with. People. There was a fighter not too long ago. I don't remember who he was or who it was, but he was on the like early prelims and he was talking like crazy stuff. And I think he was on the Conor card. And he was like, after this fight,
was he tall and skinny? Was he tall and skinny?
No,
I know.
I don't remember honestly. I just remember hearing this sentence, and it was after this fight. You'll remember my name, or you'll remember Conor McGregor was on my card, or something like that. And not only did he lose, which is fine if you lose, because again, if you can fight, the fans, the audience, they know that. They can see that. But he just kind of got beat up, and I don't say that to be disrespectful, but it's just, you could tell that his skill just wasn't there yet.
That was me, Randy. I said that.
It was Chas Skelly.
That was Chas Skelly.
And
was it really you?
No, was it?
No, it wasn't fucking me.
No. I'm like, no, it wasn't.
I did get beat up on a Conor McGregor card, though.
And again, but
so did I.
His skill wasn't there, and then he lost, and I don't think he's had a fight since or anything like that. So again, the audience knows, the audience knows if you're being authentic and if you can really scrap. And if you can, then you have the respect of the audience, and the company for the most part.
Yeah, for sure. That I will say, at first when Conor first started doing his thing, I kind of was a hater a little bit, but then I came around.
I'm not
everybody
1,000% hater.
Everybody on the roster was. I mean, if you're an athlete in 155 pounds or lower, or 170 pounds or lower, you were a hater because you're like, I've been doing this for 6-7 years, and this little slick talking dude from Ireland comes in and he's getting main events and doing this and flashy watches. Yeah, I mean, how could you not be upset? You know what I mean? But then, as I feel like
I came around. Dude, the guy's a genius as far as like marketing.
Yeah, I'm like, he's actually funny.
Okay,
yeah. So the funniest thing he's ever said. Some of the stuff that he says that people think are funny, I don't think is that funny. I'm like, that's not that funny. But I do think so. The funniest thing he ever said was Floyd Mayweather brings his backpack out on stage saying, "Why is this guy carrying a book bag? He can't even read." That was one of the funniest things I've ever heard.
Yeah,
that press conference was amazing. That was in Toronto, I think. That was amazing. That was such a crazy event.
Dude, that was one of the funniest slides I've heard in a press conference. I was like,
in all reality, so Conor having this take off, I was like, man, just being a good fighter and a badass isn't gonna cut it.
No.
Hey, you need something else. So I started my YouTube channel. That's when we kind of linked up. I started cooking with a Menace. I thought for sure I was gonna have like 100 YouTube.
I like that shit. I watched all those.
Oh, you got a fan here, Menace.
I like them. Dude, Randy, for a long time, I would be doing I'd be brought out to like International Fight Week, and people would come like, "Cooking with the Menace." I don't think they actually knew my name. Like, you're the chef, right? Like, I was hoping you would come and be like, "Oh man, sick fight." Like, no, dude, you're so funny on your cooking. I'm like.
Yeah, like Randy, something that probably from social media. Sometimes the numbers just don't come, but the brand awareness does.
Yeah.
Like, still to this day. To this day, people talk about Cooking with the Menace, even though he doesn't do episodes anymore.
As long as
Randy
engagement is there, that's all that matters.
What bit of advice? What kind of advice would you give to somebody who? So with Sanford. I've kind of started taking over some of the social media. Give us a little bit more social media since they started. They sponsor us. They represent us. We represent them. They want to see Sanford MMA kind of out there. What kind of advice would you give to somebody like me who's trying to get the brand out there? Not like a person, but an actual brand.
Well, I think the number one thing, like the most important thing, is you got to know what the goals and like the visions and goals are for the company. Right, for the brand, like more exposure, cool. But what's the actual goal here? Like, what do you want Sanford MMA to be? What do you want it to, what do you want to portray to the audience and build around your audience? So I think that's number one. And building out a plan, to effectively hit those visions and those goals and those targets is key. But the biggest thing is consistency, number one. I tell people all the time, you have to post every day, or every other day. Like, there's no reason you should have 1 or 2 posts a week if you're trying to build an audience, because they forget it's social media.
Real quick, as a post like on your wall or the story?
On the feed or the story. So it depends. If it's, I am a proponent of posting across the 3 major platforms every day. And I mean Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And we can get into Snapchat and TikTok and YouTube and stuff like that. But just
but real quick, like if I'm putting something on Instagram story, does that count as?
Yeah, I know. Yeah. So yes and no. I mean, if you're posting on your feed very often, then yeah, sure. One day you don't want to post something on the feed, you could put it on your story. Sure, absolutely. But posting on your story every day is not going to resonate the same as it will on your feed, just for the simple fact of the engagement that a post on your feed can get. It can get likes, it can get comments, it can get shared, it can get saved, it can get added to a story. There's a bunch of, whereas a story, you just view it. Maybe someone replies to you or whatever, but it's just not the same type of engagement. Okay. So back to your point, Chaz, I would say number 2 would be consistency and just, You need to be posting something every day and posting something that is of high quality. You know, if you don't have, let's say you have 4 really, really high quality photos or videos, and you don't have 7 for the week, then just post those 4 and spread them out Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, whatever it is. But you want to emphasize quality because you're building a brand. You want the audience to look at your feed and be like, damn, they have some really nice products. They do some, they produce some really high level athletes. They have this, they have that, yada, yada, yada. If everything is shot on an Android or iPhone and it's shaky or it's blurry or it's this and that, bad lighting, you're just going to lose your audience because you got to remember, when you scroll through your phone, right? You're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. How long do you stop on a post? 1 second.
Depends on how big the ass is.
Fair enough. But again,
I only said that because she's right next to me.
But again, that's actually true because it's eye catching, right? It grabs your attention. If I'm scrolling through and I see something with dim lighting or I can't make out what it is or this and that, I'm going right past it. I'm not even worried about what it is.
Randy, what's the stats on a professional photography picture versus like an iPhone photo? I think the numbers are like.
I mean, it all depends on what you're trying to shoot. I mean, this iPhone 11 right here can shoot as good a photo as any camera, honestly, if you're just taking the camera out and pointing and shooting. But it gets into the camera quality comes into play when you have the right lighting. Maybe you're moving, you're trying to set up a backdrop. That's when you need to think about the quality of the photo. Do you want to use this, which only has a certain field of view, or do you want to use a nice camera with a decent lens that has?
All right, so let's back up a little bit. We're getting wild. Like for me personally, I was posting all the time, like whatever I was doing.
Posted since like May.
I know. Can you? Then Pat Cummings was like, D, what are you doing? You're posting like bullshit. And I was like, okay. So now I only post things that I think are like awesome. If they're not awesome, I'm like, all right, I'm not posting it.
But
like all my rants, I'll put on my story, which could probably go on my actual feed.
Depends on what it is, but yeah.
Well, for example, here's a rant I have. Like, so you're pulling up to a stoplight, right? There's 2 cars already at the light. Which car do you pull behind?
What does it matter?
The car that you think is going to like tear out of the green light, right?
Okay.
The one with the least exhaust.
So I hate when you pull up behind the guy who like, and you're like, fuck, I should have definitely went behind the Escape. I went behind the Santa Fe. I thought the guy in the Santa Fe fucking like, doesn't even have doesn't have a job. He's trying to get to his next fucking, drug appointment. Like, this guy's trying to get out of here. So I posted something like that the other day. Could that go on my feed or?
But here's the thing: you need to. So first off, back up a little bit to you posting everything you think is awesome, right?
I forgot we were talking about social media for a second.
Yeah.
I started thinking about my pet peeves. I'm getting pissed off.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, like, right? Can you can post your pet peeves because people can relate with it. Like, fuck yeah, they reshare it. Like, I feel the same thing too.
But you have to have a plan in place in order to roll that stuff out. If you just post it and it's like everybody's gonna be like, oh, that's funny, or what the hell was that about? Whatever. You need to have a plan. So like, if you were to do that like every Friday and you do like a 1.5 minute rant on your Instagram, that could be something. That's a piece of episodic content that's going to make people want to come back to that page.
I have trouble doing the Menace and the Man every week, any day of the week.
Yeah, well, you got to get a calendar or something.
Well, I'm here on Tuesdays for the most part. Right, Stan?
No comment.
Fuck off.
Yeah, he
Beat the
is.
shit out of you.
Nah,
Yeah.
we shoot for Monday or Tuesdays, and the only thing that ever gets in the way is when Menace has overtime.
Understandable.
What do you think about that?
Hey, we're cooking in the background. Is that too loud? Is that super
Nope.
loud? Can you hear that?
No, not at all.
Okay, all right. Make sure.
What are you making, Chaz?
I'm not making anything. Stephanie's making some hamburgers. Don't judge me.
Dan, we have to have this guy on like once a month minimum.
Who, Chaz?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
God, I love this guy.
Bro, he's a Cooking with the Menace fan.
Like Chaz, when I have to work a double with a Tuesday, it's gonna be Chaz and the Man show.
Yeah, I'm down for
Do it. Let's do it.
Yeah.
So right now we have 3 people that can step in for the Menace: Pat Cummings, Yves Edwards, Chas Skelly.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm actually pretty proud to be part of that group. Yeah. Yves Edwards is awesome. Pat Cummings is fucking awesome.
Well, those are 3 guys that like I think like me, or I condone what they're saying, and are like pretty reliable.
Dude, I'm actually jealous when Pat Cummings comes around my dog, Winston.
Yeah.
Because they love each other.
You guys were roommates for a little bit, right?
Yeah, a short period of time. Just a short period.
You want to talk about jealousy? You want to talk about jealousy?
Yeah.
I saw you guys were roommates. I saw you guys were bro, and I said, whoa! I thought I was your bro. You and Chaz, he's in my weight class and everything. You guys just having a good old time. I said, fuck that shit. I'll kick his ass when I go down there. Came down, I'm like, I like him too. I get it, Pat. I get it. He's a good guy.
Well, Chaz, do you have like a fight nickname?
The Scrapper.
All right. The Scrapper and the Man. I could see it in bright lights.
Scrapper and the Man.
So
what? You know though. They thought my very first UFC fight, I came out and they introduced me as for the weigh-ins because they used to do the ceremony. They used to do the ceremonial weigh-ins or whatever. I came out and they said the Scraper, and whoever was introducing me was like, I think they call him the Scraper because he's tall, like Stefan Struve or something like that. Jesus.
But even Menace left a few names off that list. Alp Ozkillik is also a potential co-host when Menace isn't around. Jessica Penne as well. I've actually approached Jared Gordon because him and Belal Muhammad.
I love Jared.
These are your replacements. Your replacements for me.
Yes. Oh,
I told you the 3 people that I will be texting. Chaz being added to it.
Oh, you're the people. Well, the only person. So the only person he's ever texted for his replacement was Yves Edwards 7 minutes into the podcast. I contacted Yves. I hit up Yves like, yo, you want to fill in for Menace? He's like, yeah, 100%. We start the podcast. He's like, oh, I just got a message from Menace. I need you to fill in for me. He's like, did you talk to him? I'm like, no. Like, what is he? I talked to him at 3:00 this afternoon.
Hey, Stan, do me a favor.
What do you want?
Go fuck yourself.
But yes, at one point, so Jared's been down in Florida for a little bit. At one point, or back in the day, he was at Rufu Sport. Him and Belal Muhammad were roommates, and they were talking about starting a podcast.
Oh, he's not at Rufus Sport anymore. I didn't know that.
No,
him and Belal are hilarious.
Yeah, they would have been. They have such different personalities that they would have been a good podcast.
Well, that could have been a thing. Like UFC's like, 2 UFC people live with each other. Let's do like a fucking
sitcom.
Like, let's.
Yeah, you know what probably deterred them from that? Which those guys are hilarious together.
Religion?
The fact that when they would take pictures of their apartment, the fucking TV was sitting on the ground like it was a crack house. Like, this 2 UFC fight. These guys were probably sleeping on air mattresses. Like, what the fuck?
Well, that wasn't their main house. It was just kind of where they stayed when they were at training camp, right?
I get it, but
yeah,
like Randy was saying, don't put that shit on your timeline. That's not quality.
Yeah, I agree. Right? Or is it?
That's like the fight.
Andy?
That's like the fighter house across the street from Rufu Sport. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. When people in social media say that fans want to feel like they can relate to you, that's not what they mean. Where your TV's on the floor, your man's TV's on the floor.
Hang on. So Chaz, Stan, right now, and then so look at my background. I got Guinness Book World Records. We got some sponsor. I got a small roof, right? My ceiling down my basement, it's not big, right? So you're like, Stan clearly, he's got yellow and maroon walls, a picture of himself on the ceiling, Chaz on his couch, and then Randy's got his shit set up like, how big's your fucking house, Randy? What the fuck?
Yeah, Randy, what do you work? That's a
right?
really nice setup.
Thank you.
Fuck.
Vegas property is cheap, guys. You guys want to be in New York where it's $7,000 for a 1-bedroom apartment.
Yeah, you're right. Gas is in Florida and Texas.
Florida's expensive. Where are you at in Florida?
I'm in right north of Fort Lauderdale, Deerfield, right off the highway. I'm like a mile from our gym. I've actually got a stolen picture in the background. I stole that.
That's a really cool picture.
Yeah, you know what's funny? I talked about Alex Munoz's dad drew that and brought it over to our house randomly one day. And then when Alex and I moved out, I stole it.
Wow.
I said, yeah. I say, but you should go to Alex's Instagram page and look at his artwork. That shit, dude, is I don't mean to.
Can you text him after we're done and tell him we're going to have him on the show next week?
Yeah, I will.
All right, thank you.
So wait,
You can come back on too.
Chaz,
I'm sure you guys would.
You were originally at Alpha Male?
No, Team Takedown,
Takedown.
In Texas. And Alex started in Team Takedown. We lived together for a period of time.
Was Team Takedown with
Hendricks, Mark Lehman, right?
Yes.
Yep, Mark Lehman, Johnny Hendricks, Jared Rochal, Jake Rochal. Yep.
Because that guy was recruiting people at one time.
Huh?
That guy, like the owner, was recruiting people.
Yeah.
I remember I fought in Dallas. My buddy who wrestled for somewhere in Pennsylvania, if you said his name, I would be like, yup. Anyways, he was down there.
Not that many wrestlers from Pennsylvania.
What?
Yeah, not many.
Good thing there's not that many wrestlers from Pennsylvania.
But he was living in Texas and training at Team Takedown, you fucks.
Oh, I wonder who it was.
Anyways.
Is he the dude that's with OSP?
No, he never fought.
Nah, but isn't like OSP's wrestling coach? Isn't he from Pennsylvania?
Anyways, so I'm fighting down. I was like, yo, dude, you're fighting down here? Like, the owner of Team Takedown wants to meet you. So I'm like, okay. So I go over there, meet that guy. He's like, you got cryo here. So I was like, oh, sick. Maybe I'll hit that later before my fight. Then he's like, hey, take this guy out for dinner. The guy pays for my steak dinner. Then he watches. He's like, hey, if you want, we got another 45er. He needs a training partner. I'm like, I'm not a training partner for anybody. Fuck off. I fight. I fucking crush Jimmy.
Yeah, the kid.
Hedis, yeah. And then they're like, hey, man, you should move down here. Like, we'll buy you like a house. And like, I'm like, I talked to my manager about it. It's like, they own you down there. Like, they tell you when to eat, when to train. Like, it's not actually, and it's like all year round kind of. It's not like, all right, you don't fight, do whatever you want. Like, maybe a month after your fight, you have yours, but like after that, it's a 50-50 split. Your purse.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know. But like you have, he had like a brand new fucking dually truck, a nice house, but he probably could do that on his own without the management. I don't know. But I was just like, I'm good.
So here's my opinion on it, being that I was there. And I won't talk any. It was like a big family there for a period of time, and we all hung out together. We had a great time together. The contract was basically set to where you were digging yourself into a hole. And as far as the, I really did like the atmosphere. I loved the team. We had really good coaching. I never really had good partners, I did. I had Chris Weiss, who was a great partner at the time, and there were people that would come in and out, but, it was kind of a thing that was doomed to fail, so you made a good decision ultimately by not going.
Well, at the time, Johnny Hendricks was a champion. I'm like, well, something's right over there.
Yeah, I mean, and like I said, I liked everybody involved, so I'm not gonna say anything bad about it. But it was, ultimately bad. Good decision on your part.
I heard it didn't end well. Whatever was going on with Team Takedown.
Yeah, for sure. It didn't end great, but I have no hard feelings towards anybody. I just moved on. Like, this is an individual sport, so ultimately you have to do what's best for you. And, I just decided to move on. So that's,
yeah. You were training there when I fought Hedis?
Oh, yeah, dude. So your fight.
Bring in and live there and train with.
Yeah, that was me.
Oh, that would have been awesome, actually. I wish I would have did it.
That was me. I was in the suite with them, and they were like, what do you think about having this guy come? I was like, yeah, because I'd already watched your fights and stuff. I already knew who you were. I was like, fuck yeah, that'd be great.
Dude, you had just gotten into the UFC, right?
Huh?
You had just gotten. Yep. Yes, you're it. You're the guy.
So I was actually looking at you guys more like opponents, though, at the time, because I was like, man, I could fight either one of these guys, but I really hadn't been ever into betting. And I actually, at that point, I won more money on you in that fight than I had ever bet ever in my life. That's the truth.
That's awesome.
Because I watched the film on him and I watched the film on you, and I was like, oh, you're going to fucking crush him. And the line was like really close for some reason.
Well, because we were both like, we had the most takedowns in the division at the time.
Yeah, but you could tell.
You could the same takedown as me?
No, it was completely different style. You could tell. Yeah, I was like, he's gonna fucking crush him, and then you did. I think you might have retired him. I think he's on a winning. I don't think he fought again, dude. You crushed him.
Did he not fight again?
Oh, you know what? He might have fought Diego Brandao after that. No,
he fought Diego before me.
Oh, well, then I don't think he did.
I remember watching that film.
Yeah, I don't think he did fight again. Then
Diego, right?
No, he got his ear cut real bad, I think. And then they stopped the fight.
No?
Oh, I think he was beating him. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
And then
Diego was after you, Menace.
Was he?
Yeah, so he fought you, lost to you, then he lost to Diego, and then he hasn't fought since.
Damn. Did he get cut?
I don't think so. I think he just stopped fighting.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
That guy's like...
Life gets in the way.
8 years in the UFC.
Yeah.
I fought for 10 years. I'm good. Especially with the 3 split decisions. That really... I was like, fuck this shit. I'm not doing this shit,
Well, even like you, Menace, you got out of fighting good with no injuries. Some guys have those injuries.
Yeah.
And shit that just hampers them. You know what I mean?
I'm that guy.
Yeah. Look at Chaz.
Sure. Yeah.
That could be what happened with Jimmy Hedis.
We gotta get him on the show. We gotta find this out.
Yeah,
He'll definitely get on. He's not doing anything, right? What's he doing? he's probably a goddamn doctor now, like crushing it.
He actually seemed like he was a pretty intelligent guy. He probably he's like, I'm not coming on your fucking podcast.
And then, dude, the last guy I fought, Tay Edwards, hasn't fought since. It's been over a year now.
Yeah. Well, I think he got cut.
Did
Who?
he?
Yeah, because he had that KO on Contender Series.
Right.
And he fought
Don Madge.
Don Madge knocked him out
out
in the second round. And then he fought you, No, he fought. Yeah, no, he fought you after that, and then you beat him, and then I think they released him.
Really?
Yeah.
He was tough.
Like, you can't beat fucking Bermudez. You're out of here. Like, what the fuck's the matter with you?
For a fight skin. The thing is like with my last fight, it was like either I win, I retire, or I lose and I get cut.
Yeah.
After 5 in a row, they can't.
Well,
I don't know though. I think you had some clout with them. I think that they wouldn't have. They would have probably gave you.
How many people?
I've been there. I was there 4 years. I have seen a lot of athletes, overstay their welcome with the UFC. That probably shouldn't have been there in the first place.
How many people have had 4 losses and stayed around that aren't?
I can think of a couple.
A few, but very few.
I think is Gray Maynard one of them. I think Gray Maynard, Jessica Evil Eye,
And I don't know. There's definitely been a few, but I remember.
Gilbert Melendez.
Who?
Gilbert Melendez.
I know one.
I don't know.
What thing is, all 3 of those people are studs.
So yeah, I'm seeing Gray had 4. I remember. Jessica.
How many's Michael Johnson possibly? He's lost a few in a row.
He's a total stud too.
But he's a fucking Michael.
Yeah.
The thing with Michael though is that he's so fucking good, man.
Yeah.
It's just like a little tiny. Like sometimes he has just like 1 second of a lapse, and it costs him. Dude, I love that guy, man. He's a great training partner. He's a good dude. Yeah. I hate to see him lose. I fucking hate it.
He's had 3 fight skids, Michael Johnson.
Usually in it when he loses.
Yeah. And all of his fights. Gaethje, he was,
and he's crushing. Like
Josh
he'll be crushing somebody.
Yeah. He's fun to watch, man. He's a good athlete.
In a row. I'll be right back.
But yes, we were. I'm a big Michael Johnson fan. When we came down,
me too.
We were down there in May of last year, and Michael Johnson, Menace hits up Michael Johnson. Michael Johnson's like, "Yeah, I'll come through and party." So he came to our house. We had a house in Miami. Michael Johnson brought the dog and shit. Hypothetically, him and all his boys were smoking blunts and shit on our back deck. All of a sudden, we're like,
it's 2020.
Yeah, everything's hypothetical here. So then, all of a sudden, we're like, "Yo, where's his dog? We lost his dog." It was a party house, so we had the back door open the whole night. You know what I mean? Like, it was just we were hanging out. All of a sudden, we're like, "Yo," we're on the water too, so we're like, "Yo, did his fucking dog?
Oh no!
Did his dog jump in the water or something?" We all start sweating it. Now, I remember we're watching fights. We have like 30 people there. I remember turning to Menace, and I'm like, "Yo, should we stop and help him find his dog?" And Menace is like, "Wasn't my fucking dog." Like, Menace ain't no fuck. So then we all start start looking for the dog. We find the dog and Michael Johnson is like a white black dude at that point. Like, he turned white, like he thought his dog was gone type thing. So we find his dog on the side of the house eating through the garbage, like hidden off, and was like, "Oh God, thank you, we didn't lose his dog." I started thinking the worst. Like, man, we fucking lost his little. You know his dog Pablo, right?
Pablo.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We almost lost Pablo.
I didn't budge. I was like, I also never owned a dog, so
Yeah.
Menace isn't a dog person.
I was just like, hey, wasn't meant to live. Bad dog. You should train it better. I don't know what to
Bad dog. Bad dog.
But yes, Chaz, you're not the first Sanford fighter, age kickboxing guy to come on here and sing Michael Johnson's praises. We had Ung and Gilbert on here like 2 weeks ago talking about how good Michael Johnson is.
We gotta get him on here for an official interview, like official, like Menace and The Man. Like, we just shot the shit with him, watched fights.
Yeah,
Let me tell you what Michael's problem is, though, and I hope he fucking watches this. The guy's delusional. He told me once that I haven't taken him down in 2 years. This guy is so fucking delusional. Dude, I can't wait till he comes back and I'm cleared just so I can just wax him during wrestling practice. I can't. I hope he watches it. y'all want him to watch this, I think you should tag him.
Yeah, I'll chop the clip up and send it to him.
You should set some odds on who gets more takedowns.
Wow.
You gotta give me time to get in shape.
Yes. We'll send it to Vegas.
Some odds on who gets more takedowns in a round, and then let people bet on it. I mobbed the mat with this dude, no doubt.
So Randy's brain right now is like going like, he's like, man, all you gotta do on Instagram, make a post, get some more takedowns, get some engagement down, and then put up the actual video you got scrapping, and hey, there you go.
I'm not even thinking about that. I'm just like, man, can I be there when we have this wrestling practice?
Hey,
dude,
I wrestled the man very, very eel-like. Like,
very ill-like.
He's no, you're like, I have his whole leg. This dude's doing a backspin and grabbing your ankle. You're like, what the fuck?
No, we have some good goes. We have some probably very entertaining goes for sure. But we both we talk so much shit, man.
But yes, there's a lot.
He's delusional. He's delusional.
But hang on, real quick. Michael Johnson is better at 155 than 145. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm saying.
We have 2 yeses.
I think, man, to be honest, I like him better at 145. What? I think he does better at 155. Yeah. I think I like him better at 145. He's not big.
Yeah, but he knocks motherfuckers out 155. 145, he gets decisions. What do you mean?
No, I get what you're saying.
The thing
I think he should. It's just my mentality of like weight cutting and just.
I think that 10 pounds zaps his sleep power.
I don't know. His hands are fast as shit.
I know.
Dude, he has the fastest hands.
Who's he knocked out?
Poirier.
Well, no, at
45?
Oh, at 45. No.
Well, I think, yeah, like you said, maybe his
at
power.
55, he's fucking knocking out some of the best, getting fucking Khabib on skates. What do you mean?
That's because 55 is garbage, man. 45 is where it's at.
Yeah, you're right. I think I went to 55 for that last. I just want to get the quick dub and be out.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm about to do that too. I'm about to jump up to 55, just get a quick dub real quick, get a payday, leave.
So, Randy, real quick, can you tell? So, me, you, and Stan, we had a talk last night. You parted ways with the UFC on your own terms. You didn't get fired, right?
Yeah, well, it was kind of a mutual kind of separation, sure.
Okay.
Whoa, that doesn't sound mutual.
Anyways,
business is business with them, so.
Yeah, very.
You guys know how it goes.
You're a number, right?
So. You're
a number, right?
Everybody is. Everybody is. But look, that's good business too, right? Like,
yes.
It's
when feelings get invested, right? Business can get jammed up.
Yeah.
Sure.
They are very good at not letting feelings get invested.
I've been there. Anyways, so you started your own business called
Prolific Media.
So Chaz was saying, "Hey, Stanford MMA was so." Chaz,
wait.
Stanford MMA has
Stanford.
What was that? Stanford?
Yeah.
Sounds a little smarter.
People are gonna start Googling Stanford MMA and not find anything.
Stanford MMA, right? You guys have a pretty good. There's capital over there, right?
Yeah, I mean, Stanford Health, there's capital for sure.
So, like, Randy is doing things and pushing things up. He's for hire.
Yeah.
Are you not?
Yeah. So let me explain.
You're like a prostitute for like social media.
Well, hold on. I wouldn't
be bought and help it.
Sure.
Or get it off.
Yeah, well, I think your terminology is a little out there, but sure, it's close. So basically, I told these guys last night. So I was at UFC for 4 years and had an amazing time. Right, was in social media. Started at the entry level, worked my way up to director level by the time I left the company in December, and was able to foster some amazing relationships. Menace included, and everybody else that I still kind of talk to this day. But one of the things with the UFC and any kind of major organization, whether it's sports or not, is like we talked about, is not everybody can get their just due. And it's not necessarily on the promotion to do that. But it would help if they were to, kind of boost up everybody rather than hone in on a couple people. But again, not their problem. That machine moves so fast. There's so many athletes. There's so many fights. They're almost forced to only kind of highlight what they can highlight and move on. And after being in that machine for so long, you start to think like, hey, these guys, whether it's fight pass prelims, early prelims, or even pay per view, that's not the main event. These guys are guys and girls are leaving a lot of exposure, a lot of awareness, engagement, and a lot of revenue on the table. And if there's any athlete in any sport that could use more revenue, I mean, everybody can use more revenue. I'm not saying that nobody can or not, but if there's any athlete that can, that's their advantage. It's an MMA athlete.
For sure.
Get into all of it, but you guys know how the pay structures work and across MMA and all that stuff. And so, when I was at UFC, I would always have, you guys know what fighter check-ins is, right? Tuesday, you get to the city, you check in. I would always try to have a 15-minute to 20-minute window with every single athlete on the card and say, hey, here's your social numbers across Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Here's where you are. Here's where you need, here's where you could be. And here's like the right here in terms of engagement or following, etc. And I got to the point where a lot of athletes were hitting me up outside of these check-in days and saying, I really appreciate that, or thank you, or hey, can I get this, or can I do that, et cetera, et cetera. And so, earlier this year, it kind of just occurred to me after having some talks with some people, why don't I do this? And so we did it. And so Prolific Media Group is a full service multimedia company. I like to call it the nexus of multimedia. It's where you can build out your social and digital footprint. We handle everything from photography to videography, editing, whatever you want, graphics and templates. We can post for you, analytics, anything you need, master classes, if you will. I know that's a trademark thing, so sorry, master class, if you're watching this, but you know what I mean? Like any type of class or schooling you want, analytical work, like I said. So I just did it and we started it. And that's kind of where we are now. And I don't want to sound salesy when I say that, because anyone that's worked with me in the MMA space knows that my intention is pure when it comes to this. There's just not a lot of knowledge amongst MMA athletes when it comes to this stuff. And I want to be the one to help them kind of see that, find that, monetize it, and grow. And so that's kind of where I'm starting. I'm starting in the MMA bubble because I've been here. My lineage for the last 4 or 5 years is in this space. So that's what we're doing. That's where we're starting.
So for me, I think. Sorry. When I hear you say that, I feel like, well, number one, Randy, you're not about to take my fucking job with Sanford, okay? All right. I'm just kidding. Okay. But when people are representing young fighters, or not even young fighters that have been in the game for a long time, it sounds to me like some of the best people that could connect with you would be guys that are representing fighters that have a stable of fighters where you could really like help these guys. And I hate to give, but I feel like there's one manager out there that's done a pretty good job. Ali has done a pretty good job of giving all of his fighters an identity on social media and doing this and doing that and building them, and it gets them paid a little more.
Brand between the other athletes and.
Yeah, listen, all of that stuff is on the table. I mean, we're constantly engaged in talks with other athletes, management companies, brands. This isn't. I say I'm beginning in the MMA bubble because it's what I know, but we're talking to small businesses here in Las Vegas. We're talking to other athletes, like I said, management groups, brands. This is a full service multimedia group, and I only say I'm starting in MMA because, like I said, this is where I come from, and I know this sport very, very, very well. I know the business of it. I know what the audience likes. I feel like I know what to put out there that's going to be engaging. But yes, to your point, Chaz, I mean, yeah, it would be great to bring on a management company, and then within our agreement is, we will provide X, Y, and Z to these athletes. That's definitely a possibility. I've built some relationships with some managers that I've reached out to, but I've also built a lot of relationships with athletes, and so it's about finding the right fit. Like, that's why I'm not salesy in this. Like, I don't want to just work with anybody. There's a lot of athletes, brands, people that just don't care about social media, and I can, talk till I'm blue in the face. They're still not going to care, and so it's like I'm not going to force that on you. You don't care. That's fine. Don't do it. It's whatever. But the people that are passionate about what they provide to an audience, passionate about their own identity and their own brand and what they want to promote and how they want to be promoted, those are the people I want to talk to. We came up with the name Prolific Media Group because we really resonate with that word prolific. We want to work with people that feel that they are prolific in what they do in life, whether it is fighting, basketball, art, whatever the hell it may be. Yes, question, Mr. Menace.
Yeah, that's me. So let's say some guy named Pat is watching.
What's up, Pat?
Not Pat Cummins. Just his name's actually Patrick.
What's up, Patrick?
His name's Flamana. That's his last name. Let's say he's watching the podcast. He's like, hey, Randy's out here, making people's social media blow up. I haven't got laid in like over a year. I'm trying to make my Instagram awesome.
Tinder.
No.
Can Pat hit you up and you can help him out?
No.
You have to have a blue check.
No, not at all. But we're not in the service of getting you laid. That's not what
no. Like, hey, man, I'm trying to make my Instagram hey.
I'm trying to blow my
Instagram legit. So when I'm at the bars, I'm like, hey, this is actually me.
Yeah.
But also, if I have awesome pictures on my Instagram that I could post to my Tinder,
yeah,
that's
true.
not a terrible thing.
So you don't only work, like, what my question is, like, is prolific? I never said it. I just hear it. Prolific. Shut up, Chaz. You fuck. Prolific. Open to the public or only for businesses and athletes?
It's open to anyone that wants to build a brand and build a business around their brand. So if you are just Joe Schmo and you have, 100 followers and you want to build your Instagram, but you have nothing to offer, we can't help you with that, right? This is a relationship. This is a partnership. You have something to offer with the podcast. You have something to offer with fighting. You have something to offer with basketball. You have something to offer with X, Y, and Z. But
you have to have a service to other Joe, right?
Say that again.
You have to have a service.
You have to
product
niche in something that you want to put on. Right? Like if your whole thing is I just want to build my Instagram so I can look cool in front of girls, like I can't help you with that. Or I want to look cool in front of my friends, I can't help you with that. But if you're a weightlifter and you want to build your profile around weightlifting, or you're vegan, or you're a fighter again, or you're you're a really good painter or artist or cartoonist, all those things, you have something to offer. Yes, we want to help you build that.
You have a niche.
Yeah, I mean, and it doesn't. Basketball is not a niche. Fighting really isn't a niche anymore. But you just have something to offer, right? And if you want to build your business and your brand because you feel like you have something to offer to the world, then we want to help you get that out there. We want to
So I do think that that in mixed martial arts, I mean, there's a huge need for what you're doing. So I mean, I'm glad that you're doing it. I think there's an absolute enormous need for what you're doing.
Thank you.
But on a selfish note, if you're taking pictures and you want to get the perfect angle for a dick pic, could I ask you your advice?
My advice would be to not send that dick pic.
Oh. What?
You're a professional athlete. You've seen the news.
I'm not going to post it to my timeline.
You've seen how these things get out. Okay? I'm trying to save you from you.
All right. Good advice. Good advice. Yeah, you know what? You're a professional.
Chaz.
Yeah, well,
Chaz, you shoot from the bottom.
Exactly.
You shoot from the bottom.
That's a professional dick pic taker.
Can
No,
I
I'm not.
say
No, I'm not.
that's like the opposite? That's like the opposite of a big girl taking a profile pic.
Exactly. That's what my head was
She
just
goes,
thinking.
Oh, I like that. I like that. She goes from the top, so you can't see my double chins. Man.
So where that came from in my in my world, where that came from is Gregor Gillespie used to do reasons why a girl's undateable, and that was one of the things. If a girl takes overhead pictures, she's undateable. Remember?
Absolutely.
You remember those, Menace?
He stole those from Kyle Sermonera.
Well, I didn't know CERN back then like that. I just knew Gregor used to post them, and it would be like 10 reasons a girl's undateable. The list definitely got up way higher than 10, but it was just like, if she parties with her mom, the girl's undateable. You got any other, Menace?
I disagree.
Yeah. If she does hair, I think that was one of them.
Yeah, like they were funny.
If she's a hairdresser.
But yes, Gregor.
Do you think that, speaking of Gillespie, do you think girls find the greasy hair look more attractive, or like the like feathered, like natural hair look more attractive? Because Gillespie's hair, it strikes me as very oily. The way that he looks very oily.
In the oily pictures, I guess it's him after like a workout.
Guy sweats a lot. Yeah.
He does like.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Bro, like he's one of those guys. You'll finish a workout with him. You'll be sitting like, you finish a workout, you sit down. You're not on top of each other, but like, like a foot and a half away from each other. His sweat would pool up by him, and then there'd be like almost like a piss stream of sweat. Like, you're like, bro, what the fuck? Like, when you pee down and it pools up, and then like one little stream goes away from the butt. Like, dude, what the fuck? And he's like, yeah, dude. Like, yo, you're fucking sick.
Lucky for me, I'm fat as fuck. I sweat gravy, so mine just kind of sits.
I've actually tapped out to Gregor multiple times, not because he's actually submitted me, but because his soaked shirt was in my mouth, like was blocking my airways.
That's the worst.
Yeah,
that is the worst.
Yeah. And like after you tap, you're like, it wasn't because you were hurting me. Like you should. Like, you didn't actually have it.
Choking at all.
If you didn't have your shirt on, fucking, you wouldn't have got me, dude.
Yes, Gregor sweated profusely. I remember. So I don't know how it is down at H Kickboxing, Sanford MMA, but at Long Island MMA, where me and Menace used to train together, there was a thing where there was only a handful of people. Menace maybe once or twice, but like 5-6 rounds into pro class, you go, all right, I'm taking this shirt off. So then it's like, this guy is completely drenched in sweat. That was Gregor. So 5 or 6 rounds.
We started doing that at the old gym because in a fight, you wouldn't have a shirt on. So we were trying to train for being able to like control people being super slippery and sweaty, but it was very counter. Like nobody could hang on to anybody.
No, like there were days where it was just slip and slide. Like grab the guy, slip off, go take a step, and you're slipping. Like it was just.
And most of us shaved our body, so
yes,
it's more aerodynamic for when I fight.
Yeah,
but I could see Usman being that guy down at Sanford.
Sweaty?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember.
To take his shirt off mid practice.
Luke Rockhold.
The guy's got great pecs. Both those guys have great pecs. Why wouldn't they?
Luke walks in wearing board shorts and basically takes his shirt off before practice starts, and then just practices in board shorts and no shirt. You know, Henry's like, "Hey, everybody, put your shirt on." He's only talking to Luke, you know, because he's the only guy with no shirt on.
What's your relationship with Luke?
Dude, I love Luke. I
like him too, but he's a dick. But like, I like it.
Yeah. I mean, he's a character. You know, he's a different character, but he's actually a very, very nice guy. Like he's
earned the right.
Yeah, I mean, I could see how
he's born with that.
Like
he was born with
that like
right.
arrogant thing to him. No, I get it. But dude, he's never been, and I've hung out with him outside of fighting, and he's never been. I mean, he's always been cool to me.
But you've definitely proven yourself, though.
Well,
like,
yeah,
you're in the UFC, you're on a winning streak, like you're choking motherfuckers out. Like you train hard, you work hard.
Well, we also did strength conditioning together every day too, so we were like in the same strength conditioning group 3 days a week. For however long.
He's probably a guy, too. The more time you spend around him, too.
And where's this coming from, Menace? Did you have a bad interaction with Luke Rockhold?
No. I've just heard from other people, actually, that he just, like...
Well, no, it's not...
He'll kind of give you, like, a... That's it.
Dude, it's common knowledge. Look at any thread where Luke's name is mentioned, and then people are going to go down the thread for fucking 400 comments, and it's going to be like... This guy's a fucking douchebag.
What did he do that one time on that dating show? Which is like,
what did he do?
It's a super dickhead move, but to me, it's actually amazing.
Wait, I didn't see it.
He went on. Randy, do you recall?
He was on like Millionaire something.
Yeah, Millionaire Matchmaker.
Millionaire Matchmaker?
Yeah.
He went on there. He's on a date with a girl. He's like, right in front of the girl, like, that witch is pretty hot. And she's like, looking at him like,
no, I think he asked the girl a question.
He went home. He left with the waitress. or something in that ballpark. I'm not don't put me on it. It was something like, and the girl left it like, you're a fucking dick. He's like, whatever, and then took the waitress home. I was like, wow. I mean, no homo. The guy is really good. He's really good looking.
Good looking guy for sure.
Has of most maybe I don't know how funny he is, but good looking, badass, can defend me, money. Like he's got a lot of those boxes checked off.
It's look.
And when you talk to him, when you actually talk to him, he's not funny. I mean, he's a funny dude. He's just a dude like us. You know, we fucking chill out.
I do remember somewhere on an interview they asked Dana White who is the least, like, who's not a good guy with girls, like who's the least attentive guy when picking up a girl, and no hesitation, he was like Luke Rockhold. And then
that's a lie.
Yeah, no, but then he said, he's like, can he get girls? Yeah, he's a good-looking guy. But once he opens his mouth and he said something like he's a fucking idiot or something like that about Luke Rockhold.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just think, from what I've seen, that's not accurate.
I think we all know that one guy that doesn't have to say anything, and girls is kind of like, I want to bang you. And they're like, all right, okay, look over here. You're like, what?
Menace, Ryan Needle.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
I used to say that
Well,
about
there's a few girls that need a little bit more, and like that's where you're like, you're actually retarded. I can't deal with you. But I think Luke has at least hey, I like dolphins. Oh my god, me too.
You know what's funny about dolphins? They like to fuck a lot. You want to go spend 70% of our day fucking tomorrow? That's what dolphins do.
I mean, listen, maybe I'm selling the show short. I don't think Luke Rockhold will come on the Menace and The Man show.
Oh, you're definitely selling.
I bet he will.
I bet he will. We've had Dana on Menace. We just need to get
who?
Dana.
Yeah, but he's actually promoting shit.
Luke's pretty cool. Luke's just a dude. He's pretty cool. Yeah, I think he will come on. I think he would come on.
We just need to.
You know who you should have?
Shoot the shot.
Have on. You know who's a lot smarter than you would think he is?
Go.
Matt Mitrione.
We've had Matt on.
Oh my god, Matt's my god! Okay. Why have I not hit up Matt Mitrione yet?
We've had him on. Way back in the day, but we need to get him back on.
Dude, Matt's awesome. He's a real ass dude. He's smart. He's actually very intelligent. Fucking meathead.
Stan, tell Randy how many people we've had on the show. Stan, I actually want a list, and you to tag everybody we've had on the show.
It only lets you tag 20 people.
What?
You can only tag 20 people.
You can't, like, what do you mean? Like, on an Instagram, like, story, you couldn't just be like...
Oh, on a story? I'm not sure, but it's probably 20 as well. I haven't checked the story. Randy would know that answer.
10.
Randy?
10 on Instagram story, yeah. But we had Mitrione. Mitrione was awesome. We had him on one of the earlier episodes. We definitely got to get him back on. So when we called him, because we were just a phone audio podcast back then, he answered the phone, and I'm like, Matt Mitrione, and he goes, only if you're paying. And me and Menace look at each other like, what the fuck does that mean? And then I go, Matt Mitrione, you're a Menace and The Man. He's like, yeah, only if you guys are paying. And then me and Menace look at each other again. We're like, what the fuck? And then we go, and he's like, I'm just fucking with you.
No, I remember the episode now. He was amazing. We got to get him back on.
Yeah, he was dope. But a character. And we didn't even, back then we were just video. He's the type of guy you probably need him on. Well, we just had audio then. You need him on video.
Dude, he'd probably be flossing his teeth the whole time. He's a fucking hygiene freak.
Is he?
Yeah, he'd probably be
kids too.
Huh?
How many kids does he have?
I don't know. I know he's got.
I think he's got like maybe 3 or 4.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
I've seen that he's back down there.
Either.
I know he's here for I think a few weeks right now.
Yes.
But dude, great guy.
Yes, but even Randy with prolific media, you should definitely, if you're sending out feelers, slide into Sanford MMA's DMs.
Hang on, real quick though, Randy. So you know how much fighters make. Yeah. Can we talk about how much it costs for Prolific to spot you?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it all depends on.
There's levels.
It depends on what they want, what somebody wants, right? I mean, if you want just photography, or you want just videography, or you want just some video edited, that'll be something. If you want, your social handled completely, to analytic reports, to photography, videography, editing, etc., that's going to be a different cost. What's
the lowest price to the highest price?
It depends on the volume, though. There's nothing.
$5,000.
$5 could be less, could be more. Depends on what you want, really.
Also, how big is the team?
We have 3 people right now. 3
solid people, though.
Yeah, and they actually are very good people. We're working with a designer and a videographer / editor who's been helping out a lot with one of our clients, Francis. So yeah, it's been.
The only thing is, like, Francis has money.
I mean, a lot of people have money, and a lot of people can make a lot of money on social. I mean, look. I mean, there's athletes that you can name right now that probably make more from their social media than they do their UFC contract. And I'm sure you know who I'm talking about. You can name at least two of them.
Paige Van Zandt.
There's one.
Demetrius Johnson.
Well, he's in one now.
Ooh.
I think he's in one, but yeah, he was making good money on Twitch. Yeah, there's more Twitch guys. Sean O'Malley makes a lot of money on Twitch.
Kills it.
Makes good money.
Hang on. So, real
Good
quick,
money. I don't want to go in his pockets.
I was trying to have the Menace and The Man show on Twitch. Dan shut it down and wanted to have it on Facebook for I don't know what the fuck reason. What are your thoughts on that?
Say that again. Your audio cut out.
I wanted to have our show on Twitch, which we were doing for months, and then Stan was like, I don't know. I think we should go to Facebook. So now we're on Facebook. What's your thoughts on that?
I think it might be easier for you guys to qualify for what Facebook has is ad breaks. So it's kind of like YouTube in like a revenue sharing service. I think with Twitch, it's good to be on Twitch. It's very good to be on Twitch, but I think you need to build a following there first before you just.
Which I already have maybe 800 followers. I had subscribers when I was gaming, but I stopped gaming because I'm doing the show and working and stuff like that.
Consistency.
Yeah, for sure.
And
Send your gamers to me, and I'll show them what a real man looks like playing some Call of Duty.
Guys, are we friends on?
Dude,
No,
I told you I wanted to play with you. You just gave me the cold shoulder like I didn't matter.
That's a lie. Listen, Chaz, I'll be dead ass with you. I am so inconsistent on Twitter. It's not funny. So you messaged me on Twitter.
Messed up.
And hang on, I messaged you today, like, hey, what's your number? You messaged me probably like a month ago.
yes.
Yeah.
I'm really bad on Twitter. So I only tweet when I'm driving and someone pisses me off. I'm like, don't you hate when fucking someone doesn't that, you know? Like, as I'm driving, something will happen. Like, for example, like, don't you hate when you pull up to a red light and there's two cars over there and you pull up behind the one car, the slower car? I tweeted that the other day because it happened. So I do a lot of tweeting about driving stuff, and then I tweet about fights sometimes when they're happening.
I tweet about fights a lot because
Yes, a lot of interaction going.
I'm a nerd. I like to watch video. I'm a nerd like that. Luckily, some of the guys in the gym asked me to watch their opponents and give them good breakdowns.
That's awesome.
I think that's an advantage for sure. But I like to break people down more than anything. So I do watch a lot of videos. So I talk about fighting a lot. I watch the fights. I talk about fighting a lot. That's pretty much my Twitter interaction is talking about fighting.
So obviously,
Randy,
I knew Menace was a fighter, but then when we started doing the show, I'm like, you don't watch any fucking fights? Like, you don't watch? He used to watch nothing. Now he watches the week. There's a lot to keep up with. Yes.
Well, no, there's
there
a lot
is.
of people that do that.
I'll keep up with.
A second of fighting.
And that's like, I used to compare something like my dad would be like, he would talk to me about fighting. I'm like, yo, Dad, that's like you getting home from work and like watching somebody paint a fucking car. Like, when I get home from work, if you will, I want to fucking go somewhere else. So people are like, why don't you play UFC 3? Because I fucking actually do it. That's why I don't play UFC 3. I want to shoot fucking people in the head and race Ferraris and Lamborghinis because I don't do that in real life.
You know why I don't play UFC 3? Because I would have to make my own character.
Bro.
Which is insane.
Insane.
I've been in the UFC for like 7 years.
Bro. Yeah. Randy, I don't know how they choose that, but we just found out last week they don't have Tatiana Suarez in the game either.
Nope. They don't have quite a few prominent people.
They should definitely have Tatiana in there, though, because she's going to be a champion for sure.
She is a beast. I love watching her.
She's a beast.
Sweetheart.
She's
too.
one of my Hey, the Raging Pandas became one of my favorite girl fighters as well, female fighters. But Tatiana is for sure one of the most talented female fighters in the entire world, for sure.
Well, Chas, we had her on like last week, so if you want to go back and check out the Menace and The Man episode with Tatiana Suarez, you can.
I will, actually.
She's only going to
Thank
get
you.
Her hands, her striking's only going to get better. She's going to be a problem for a long time.
But
she's got the Ben Askren. Ben Askren said, I think a long time ago, he said, every time I go to striking practice, it's like putting money in the bank. So right now my wrestling's at like $1 million, but my striking's at like, well, she's better at striking than Ben Askren. I think she could beat him in a boxing match, by the way. But he said, right now my striking's at whatever. Every single time I go to a striking practice, I'm putting more money in that bank. I think that's her.
Yeah.
Different sense, because
I can't wait to watch her against Rose and Weili and Joanna and whoever else in that top 4 or 5 that they put her against.
Yeah,
so she's a legitimate.
I was about to say something. You guys.
Who, me?
Her back is in a bad way.
Her neck is in a bad way.
Neck.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
For the Mina fight, right?
No, she's had it since. That's why she said she quit wrestling, was because her neck was so bad. Then she.
Well, yeah, I knew that, but didn't she like re-aggravate it or something?
Yeah, she re-aggravated. She kind of made it like it's always given her problems.
Yeah.
But she
oh
said,
no, that's terrible.
She said,
yeah, so she's on like a ticking clock probably in my head. Hopefully not.
That sucks.
Hopefully
well,
not.
Neck and back issues are no joke. I mean, I've got lower back issues.
Look at Mike Tyson.
Wait.
That's the hardest shit to deal with ever.
When she's like, I got a neck injury, Menace starts going, is it spinal? Like, speaking like Mike Tyson, is it spinal? And then she's like, what? He's like, it's spinal. Like Mike Tyson.
Probably the wrong time, right?
No, she laughed at it. She actually thought Menace was funny.
Yeah, it's wild she thought that.
Was it like a pity laugh, or is it like a you're funny laugh?
No.
I was asking her because I told her, I said, hey, you better stop laughing because I'm going to keep going. I'm going to just keep going.
I'm going to keep this.
He called her out on it, and it didn't flood her. The laugh stayed the same throughout the whole episode. Yeah. She enjoyed it.
Yeah, because I was like, did you really? That's funny. You're laughing just to, like a nervous laugh or like just to make me feel good about myself. She's like, no, you're funny. I was like,
that sounds a lot like my girlfriend of 10 years. It sounds a lot like Stephanie. When I say shit, she laughs, but I'm like, that's why we're still together. Because she always laughs at my shit.
wait, she tolerates it?
Well, I know that she doesn't think it's funny, but she laughs and it makes me feel good.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm like, you think I'm funny, don't you? And she's like, yeah, I do. I'm like, God, I know that's not real. I'll take it. But I'll take it.
Like when you're having sex with a girl, it's like, oh my God, this is the biggest I've ever had. You're like,
yes.
Yeah, you're lying. I feel really good about it, but this is not the truth.
Every time I've ever heard that,
I'm not Francis Ngannou.
I knew it was a lie.
I remember one time I was having at it. Like, man, they were the biggest. I'm like, how many guys have you been with?
Yeah.
Am I the first?
I feel bad for you now.
Yeah. Yikes.
And even there, that's something we discussed in like the earlier episodes that me and Menace talk about in private. You'll never get the truth as far as what a girl's number is and shit like that. You know what I mean?
I don't even want it.
No.
Why would you want that?
Oh, I'm saying you don't want it, but you'll never get the truth. So if she tells you you're the biggest, he's saying, how many guys have you been with? 3? Yeah, only 2. Only 2. Like, put in your head it's the biggest. Why not?
Well, if I ask her how many guys she's been with, she's going to ask me how many guys I've been with. And I don't want to tell her that. You know what I'm saying? Weird.
But hey, I see a lot of girls. I see a lot of guys too.
Yeah. Well, even Chaz, you've been with your girl for 10 years. Randy, how long you been with your girl?
Almost a year and a half, I think. Yeah.
And how old are you now, Randy?
I'm 31.
Yeah, so I always say to men, it's like once you're after 25, dating after like 25, definitely dating after 30. And I've seen this meme before. It's like picking through the dumpster or picking through damaged people. You know what I mean?
Picking through the dumpster.
Yeah.
Dumpster diving for chicks. I like it.
But
All right, Stan,
wait.
keep going. Go deeper, Stan.
And I'm not saying like
that was like me in college.
I'm not saying like they're complete trash. They're just fucked. You know, the girls are fucked in the head, and the guys are fucked in the head, broke, don't have a good
What
dick
if your
game.
girl's younger than you, though?
If your girl's, well, then that
younger?
different plays. You could have money.
That's what Stan does. That's why Stan goes for those early 20 girls.
I go for the early 20 girls because I like them, not because they're.
Well, no, because he says they're stupid.
They're all.
Be truthful.
My girl's not stupid. I
Yeah,
promise.
be truthful.
Wait, your girl's young right now, Randy?
She's 25.
Oh, all right.
Well, this is awkward.
He's just shitting on everything about my relationship right now.
No, I always wanted to be that guy.
He said after 25 is, when they're damaged. They've either have a kid, they've been divorced, they've, we're in a really
That's just a real
relationship where it got fucked up.
Wait, don't backtrack now. I like where this is going.
Randy, you might have
I
caught her.
want truth.
You might have caught her right in time.
Stan.
Right in time,
Yeah.
Randy.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe, I guess, huh?
Yeah.
This sounds like some real.
Does she
East
live
Coast-
with you, Randy?
Yeah, she does.
Oh, whoa. So, let's say you guys don't work out, the next guy, she's going to be damaged.
Why would she be damaged?
Because she lives with you. She's planning on marrying you. She's like, man, this is it. I'm going to have kids with this guy. I'm done. And then when it doesn't work out, she's going to be like,
Yeah.
Because of how fucked up you are to her.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what if it's like an amicable split? Like, what if? No, there's
Let's
like
talk
ways,
about this, Randy.
yeah, there's like ways to like split up that's not vicious. You know that, right?
Well, no, even it applies to men too.
if at one point she thought she was going to marry you, it doesn't work out, and it's like, all right, you know what? It's best we go our separate ways.
At one point,
If you thought about marrying you at one point, it's going to
I thought
play
I
out
was going to do
for
in the NBA.
life.
It didn't work out. I'm not damaged.
Wait, what happened, Randy?
I said at one point I thought I was going to be in the NBA. It doesn't work out. I'm not damaged.
Women are different than the NBA. Women are different than a dream. Yeah.
I think marrying you after living with you for a year and a half is more that's more of a real thing than you being an NBA and you're 5.
Well, even
my
here,
draft.
so we won't go full misogynist, and we'll relate it to men and women. If I date you for 5 years and we break up, the next girl I date for a couple years, I'm gonna be like, oh, and I'm gonna compare it to this one. That's kind of like the damage that you get from a previous relationship. So if a girl dates a guy for 2 years, thinks about marriage, kids, living together, shit like that, the next guy is gonna get those thoughts, and it's gonna be compared to.
And Randy, you're not dumb. The older you get, the more serious, and the longer the more serious you take the relationship.
And wait,
Yeah.
I'm 25. I'm living with this guy. It's gonna just be fun.
here's why we're picking through the dumpster too, or at least saying that, because obviously relationship damage, emotional damage, whatever they had going on from their childhood, but it's gonna be I forgot what I was gonna say. My brain just completely lost it.
Dan, you don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah, he's an asshole.
No, but
All right, listen. I look at it a little differently.
wait. Sorry, Chas. That's what it is. The older you get, the higher in age you get, the higher your body count gets. So for a woman, she's had X amount of guys that came in, ran in, fucked and left, dated for years and left.
ran in, ran out.
Dark hole right now. I don't know if we're going down a dark place right now.
Same thing with men.
Take into consideration the type of girls that Stan dates.
Whoa, wide variety. What do you have to? Yeah, what do you have to say, Menace? What kind of girls do I date?
He's got 25-year-olds. He has doctors. He's got, girls with kids. He's all over the map.
Inpatient, outpatient, no big deal. Ran in, ran out.
Yeah.
I get it.
White, black, Puerto Rican, Irish. I don't discriminate. You're not staying. It's not going to last, but, can't discriminate.
Oh, I got Stan. You were going somewhere before you were like, Dennis, go on.
No, that's what I was going to say. The older you get, the higher your body count gets. And obviously we live in a world with that double entendre, social stigma, whatever you want to call it. Men can hook up with as many women as they want, and it's okay. I don't know how a girl perceives it, but if a woman's body count is 20, 30, even 10 or higher, you're like, ugh.
I actually don't look at it like that. I actually look at it as like more of a good thing. If you're the more experienced, I think as you get older, the more people you've been with, the more you realize what you do and do not like. I think it's the same with women and men. I think you realize what you like and what you don't like, not only sexually, but in the relationship, and you grow more as opposed to being damaged. I think it's more of like a growing process. Now, there are certain women, but also certain men that are what you would call damaged goods. You realize that pretty quick, though. You got to be like, hey, you're pretty fucking. You got some issues going on. Or if that's who you are as a man, you got to be like, I've got some issues going on. I can't have any actual emotional attachments. But to me, a body count is a good thing. I'm like, hey, the more dicks that have ran through you, the more dicks you don't like. Come get some.
So in my head, show me your experience when we're, doing horizontal wrestling, but don't tell me anything about them or how many of them have happened.
Well, yeah, I'm not going to ask because I don't want you to ask me.
This is going we're going off the rails.
Yeah.
Hey, body counts and
Randy, Menace and The Man show.
I don't want you to ask me.
Want to know about.
And even that, I don't mind a girl to ask me, but yes, I don't want to know her thing. But even if she told me, I don't care. I'm turned on by a whore. Like a horse type woman.
Whoa! Stan. Yeah. Stan, all right. So a girl says, hey, Stan, how many guys have you been with? What do you say?
Like, what would I say?
Yeah.
10, 15.
10 guys?
No. Oh, what do you say, guys? I heard girls. I wasn't paying attention.
Hey, clip that one. Clip that one.
Be with you?
You tell girls you've been with 10, 15 girls?
Guys. Are we talking guys or girls?
You said guys.
Oh, girls now. You've been with 10, 15 guys. How many girls do you tell?
Wait, did you initially mean to say guys or you accidentally said it, Menace?
Gotcha.
Is that all right? Just making sure. But no guys. 0 guys. 0 guys.
Yeah.
I don't believe it.
Yeah. Anyway, so you're dating a girl, you tell her I've been with 10, 15 girls.
Yeah.
Now 10 and 15, that's like there's 5 people that you're like, I'm not sure.
What do you mean?
But how far off is that?
Ooh.
Is that realistic? Is that a realistic number? Or is that something just you're just saying?
Just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Of course.
And then she's just gonna say her number is like 5.
Yeah.
But I know you ever hear that old adage of you times things by 3, or you divide them by 1, or divide them by the number. So if it's 3,
only in high school is that like maybe a real. Like a girl, like, yeah, I've been with 3.
When you're 30 years old, you got to start multiplying. Like, there's 365 days in a year, 52 weeks.
Like, you broke up with your ex that you were with for 5 years. You're gonna slay 3 dudes to see, like,
yeah.
I've always thought that right off the bat. If I ever broke up with a girlfriend and then got back together with her, I know she fucked someone in between.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Even if it was 2 days, I'm like, oh, she definitely...
She
As she should.
Yeah.
Hey,
Even if it didn't happen, I'd check it off.
Randy, is this go against your like what you're trying to promote?
Who, me?
Yeah, like he's trying to promote a business here. We're like,
I'm
yo,
just listening. Hey, I'm just listening. That's all. I'm just observing and listening.
well, you're
So
I don't know. Should I be on this podcast? I don't know what's good idea.
he's like,
I'm trying to make my
is this
business
really
full.
what I want my business to?
Every 10 episodes we go here, Randy.
Yeah.
Not every episode. I always tell Menace we should do it more because we do want to try to be like a men's Bible and almost relate to them and have conversations like that.
But how many times can we have the same conversation? You gotta
We've never really had this conversation, have we?
Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah, but we go in the realm.
In the realm, but there's a lot of room in a if you're going in the same ballpark, there's a lot of room in a ballpark. You can go a lot of different areas.
I guess.
Right now, we're going there with Chas Skelly and Randy from
Randy.
I'll go Randy from Prolific Media. Say it one more time.
Faehnrich.
Faehnrich. Now I got it.
I like Randy with Prolific Media. I like that.
Yes. Yeah. Prolific Media Randy. But yeah.
I like that too.
I like Randy's social media.
No.
But I'll start saying Randy Prolific Media.
Has anyone ever called you Kelvin Gastelum?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
You know you look like him, right?
No. I never got
No one's ever said this.
He's got a fatter face, longer hair.
You think it's just our eyebrows and our nose?
Same skin color.
And skin complexion? Yeah.
Similar eyes. What do you mean?
I guess. I don't know. I never got that before. I like Kelvin. We had a good time in Chicago. We hung out one time.
No, he's awesome. Dude, that guy's hilarious.
Well, if we're being real. Come on.
I'm surprised no one's ever said that.
My favorite Menace, you know this. My favorite athlete to hang out with of all time is
Chas Skelly.
Chas Skelly.
All the time.
All time.
I was trying to dub over. when you were.
Yeah.
Sort of catch it at the right time.
Right. We still don't know.
We had a good time in Brisbane. We had a great time in Brisbane. We went out a lot.
Yeah.
And
I didn't see one koala bear or kangaroo, and that was on my to-do. Like, man, I'm in fucking Australia. It's like a fucking away. Nope.
Nothing.
I would love to see a kangaroo. I've never seen a kangaroo in real life.
Yeah, so who would win a fight? You or a kangaroo?
I'd fucking smash a kangaroo.
How?
Do you ever see
How?
Well, did you ever see the video of that dude that gave a kangaroo a little right cross when he was grabbing his dog? That kangaroo froze.
One of my favorite videos.
Freeze like that on me. See if I don't jump on your back and choke your ass out. I'll fucking hit him. I'll hit him with a straight right. When he freezes, I just hit a little duck, super duck, come around his back, choke him out.
He's got
no issues with that.
Done. Got him.
Skinny ass little neck. Skinny ass neck.
Randy, did you see the guy that beat up the kangaroo?
I did see that video. Yeah, I did.
You think that guy would kick your ass in a fight?
No, I said the kangaroo, I think. Well, no, the guy, yeah, maybe you're right. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd have the wherewithal in that moment to be like, okay, I'm about to fight this kangaroo. I would just be like, there's a kangaroo in front of me trying to kick me and punch me.
No, the kangaroo. No. The kangaroo had his dog. The kangaroo was fighting with his dog.
Oh no, I didn't see that one then.
No, that's that one where the guy punches the kangaroo. The long video is the kangaroo's attacking his dog.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, and then he runs in. The kangaroo stops. His dog runs away, and then he squares up with the kangaroo, and the kangaroo sits there like.
Did you see the guy, what was that, a couple months ago? He, choked out the bobcat or the mountain lion in California?
I did not see that.
I saw the headline. Yeah, I didn't read the story.
I don't think there's a video. I'm just saying, did you hear about that guy?
I saw the headline, yeah.
Full on rear naked choked him.
That's insane.
That's crazy, dude.
I'll tell you a true story real quick. When we first moved to Florida, I didn't know there was a lot of alligators around here. I went up to towards Orlando, to ride mountain bikes, and we were staying at these people's farmhouse, and there was a river running through their property. Well, my dog, Winston, he's a golden doodle, real sweet guy. Take him to the gym almost every day, and he goes out and he rolls in cow shit. And I'm like, God, what the fuck, man? So I grab him, I throw him in the river real quick. Well, when I throw him in the river, he starts freaking out. So I look, and there is literally like a fucking 8 to 10 foot alligator just beelining for him.
Yeah.
I had like a moment in my head where I'm like, I'm either, if I can't get this dude out of the water right now, I'm jumping in and like trying to kick this thing in the head right now. Like, seriously, I love this dog so much. I reached out and actually pulled him out, and I was like, God, I'm so glad I didn't have to just try and drop kick this alligator, because I'm sure if I had jumped down, he would have just been like, like the easiest meal of all time. Like Uber delivered.
Are more afraid of it. Like crocodiles, you're fucked. Alligators are actually a little more skittish.
Think about it though. He's looking up. You're coming down on him. He just is like, oh, I'm getting Uber delivered a fucking ham hock.
It hits your dog. Your dog's instantly dead. Now you're in there like fucking with an alligator. Now gets a little piece of you. You survive, but your dog's dead and you have one arm. That would have been awful. I'm glad.
Luckily, I got him out of there. I felt like such a dick, though. Dude, he was so mad at me, too.
Like, did it not talk to you for like a few days? Or
how yeah. He was pissed. My dog's got a personality. He's like he thinks he's a fucking person. It's a real problem around here.
Does he ever step to you like, hey, this is actually my house?
No, he's a puss.
You hear of that. Like with dogs that aren't neutered, though, right?
Yeah, he's neutered.
Mine too.
But
he was neutered like last month.
But Randy,
it's a good move.
The way we said every now and then I come out with a good meme. We had Felicia Spencer on, and she's from Florida, Orlando. So Menace is like, do you guys have gators?
Don't tell that to the Canadians.
Yeah, she's from Florida, wherever the fuck you want to call it. So Menace is like, do you guys have alligators over there in yonder? And she's like, yeah, there's alligators. He's like, I think I can catch an alligator. Wouldn't that be cool if I caught an alligator?
That would be cool.
I really do still think I could catch an alligator.
And then Menace...
Maybe one.
And no. And then after the episode, Menace is like, bro, I've seen endless videos of guys catching alligators. They sneak up behind it, throw a cloak over its head, and they fucking catch it. Yeah. So I sent him a video where a guy tries that and then like fucks up. Yeah.
Well, that guy was like 80.
Yeah.
I'll send it to you.
And then Stan put my head on the guy's body.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Dennis, do me a favor, man. Don't try that, please.
Actually, do me a favor.
What? Hang on, Randy. What if I'm filming it?
Well, listen, still,
how many hits would that get?
A lot.
Bingo.
You wouldn't be able to see it when you're dead. So, like.
Well, if I had Stan the Man there, all 280 pounds of him ready to pounce on that alligator. Stan, that's right?
Bro, you think one alligator is going to take out Menace and the Man? No chance. No chance.
Two would.
No. Because we'll be in South Florida, and we're going to have Chas Skelly there throwing soccer kicks and anaconda in these gators.
Yeah.
Not playing games.
I was never a very good soccer player, but I'll try my hardest.
I think a rear naked choke could work on a lion. It can definitely work on a gator, alligator, crocodile.
Hang on. Randy, so I'm trying to build up my YouTube page. So I go upstate where I'm from, right? There's this cliff called Fawn's Leap. It's 40-foot, like, waterfall into water. And I'm like, I've seen people do gainers over it, my friends. I never have. So I have a camera guy there. I said, hey. He's like, Dennis, you gotta do it. I'm like, yo, shut the fuck up. Like, I've never done this before. Give me a second to wrap my head around doing a gainer off a 40-foot cliff. And the go-ahead was like, yo, if I get fucked up, it's going to be on film. It's going to get them hits. If I hit it, it's going to be cool. So it was like a win-win how I looked at it.
Okay.
And I hit it. Come on, Randy. Come on. You know me.
Yeah. I would just worry about doing it, complete it. That's all.
Well, get your alligator then. So there you go. Put that in your pocket.
Yeah, that's your own
Put that in your
list.
pipe and smoke it.
Okay.
But we're going to do Prolific Media Presents.
Nope.
I'll have a cape on.
He says no.
No shirt.
No.
Cape.
Not a chance.
No way. No way.
Not
then,
a
yo,
Dan,
bro.
Dan.
If you try to break your own Guinness record with like more lemon juice or something, we can talk. But we're not going to do Prolific Media Presents Menace and the Alligator.
And then we'll do it like an 80s sitcom where everyone's like this, and then they turn around, it says their name at the bottom of the screen, and it'll be Menace and the Man, Chas Skelly, Alligator. And then we'll flash to the alligator, it'll say Alligator.
And when I jump on the alligator, like an audience will be like, oh.
Okay.
But you can only imagine how popular it would be if that alligator fucking took his legs straight off. You can only imagine.
I don't want to imagine.
Your company would blow up instantly.
Yeah, with the wrong media. With the wrong...
Who fucking cares?
Me.
We'd be partying.
Exactly. I got that living. Chad's like,
you'd be the man. We'd all be partying.
Yeah.
Bottles in the fucking club being millionaires. The Menace would be limping in.
One leg.
One leg.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
I'll make money.
We're going to pass on that.
We're not onto something. I feel like we're definitely onto something now.
Good stuff. For sure.
And then we just have directed by Kelvin Gastelum. And then we'll just put his name in there, put a picture up of Randy. People just glance right over it and be like, yeah, that's him.
Yeah.
Because they only look at pictures for 1 second.
Yeah.
I've never got Kelvin Gastelum, man.
You've really never gotten that? That amazed me. I said to Menace, I'm like, 100%. He's got to have gotten that before.
No. I've gotten, obviously, like doppelgangers before, but not no one in MMA.
I don't see Kelvin Gastelum either.
Yeah.
You don't see.
I see Kelvin Gastelum's doppelganger being that 155 pound guy.
It's because if I'm gonna Photoshop a beard and a Spanish mustache on Randy, and you'll see.
So you're gonna have to Photoshop it.
Yeah.
Speaking of mustache, we could get some hits if you just gave us a tutorial on how to shave that mustache.
Mine?
I'd like to have that.
That's a 5 o'clock shadow, dude.
You think I could get that?
Yeah.
Which mustache?
Your mustache.
Mine?
Look at that.
That's a 5 o'clock shadow.
Bro, this is like
no way it grows in like that.
Yes.
2.5 weeks of hard work.
Really?
Just how it grows.
No.
You didn't shave anything around.
No. I did nothing grows here or here. I get a little whatever that is, a little bit of this. No, this is just how it looks.
What ethnicity are you? Like Asian?
What?
What ethnicity are you?
I'm Syrian and Italian. And
so your facial hair, what you're telling me is your facial hair just grows in all white trashy like that? No, I don't know what you're saying, but yeah.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Wow.
Exactly what I'm saying.
I picture that on Stan, but not you, Randy.
It gets like nothing. Like I'll get.
I thought you did that shit on purpose.
No. Yeah. This is hard work and dedication right here.
Man.
I thought about doing a quarantine mustache and just shaving the beard and whatnot, but I didn't.
You never thought about it.
No, after I had Chiesa on, I totally thought about it because Chiesa was like, yeah, I got this mustache for...
Listen, I'm going to be honest with you, man. If you shaved everything else and just grew your mustache,
your clientele would go from 25 to about 17.
Oh, it'd go
And
down.
by clientele,
So
I mean the girls.
we'd lose.
The girls.
Yeah.
Oh, you're
Look like
saying
a
me?
straight pedophile.
You're saying me?
Yeah.
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 Oh, 100%.
Girl.
You go from 25 to 17. You look like a
Oh,
pedophile.
Stands in the bars are like, hey, you got long hair. It's like, yeah, I'm donating it to
I've never used that line once.
Wigs for kids.
I've been there.
Bro, I've never.
Wigs.
Don't make up lies, Menace. I've never used that line.
Oh, my Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh, my Atlanta. I like it.
Wow.
But
All right. Stand
Now
there,
let's
start line. Let's shut it down.
yeah, that is what I'm growing it for. But don't listen to Menace. I don't use that as my pickup line.
It's a great line.
It is a
you're
great
like
line.
A Eric person.
Yeah, but you're playing on cancer there. That's not ethical.
Like those social media people that like just hold the drills by the
Whoa, Stan. If you're gonna like save some people like that are having cancer and give them hair, you should be able to get pussy from it, no?
No, he's saying that you're using it like you're just saying you're doing it, but you're not actually doing it.
No, he's gonna do it. No, he's definitely gonna do it.
No, he's growing his hair out to do it.
Yeah.
Oh,
no.
I thought you said you've never.
I'm
used
saying
that line.
I'm saying that he says that to girls.
No, I don't. I am really doing it. I don't say that to girls though.
But you
my.
should do that, though.
I was confused.
You deserve
He's
it.
just-
No,
Yes.
I understand. I don't think you play off cancer to get some ass.
But I do deserve it, Randy. I
Okay,
do
yeah,
deserve
yeah.
some nice pussy
No,
from this
you
hair.
don't.
I definitely do. Now that you mention it.
Fuck off.
But Randy from
I mean, yeah, it's kind of weird when he says that you're. I can see both sides, but I definitely think you deserve it.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm waiting on the side of you deserve it.
Hey, growing this out to fucking help people that have cancer. I think you should be like, man, that's an awesome thing. I'm into you, and then you score.
Yes.
I don't see why not.
I like I like where this group's head's at.
A bad thing.
No. So we'll get into that,
You're
Menace.
actually a good human being.
As soon as
Then his guy count would go from 15 to 16. Yeah.
Or 10 to 11. It's 16. It's going to 16. This fucking guy. That was awesome. Hey, Stan, if you don't clip that, you're a dickhead.
I'm absolutely going to
Actually,
clip that.
Randy, go in. You clip it because Stan's definitely not clipping it.
Bro, what
Send
are you
it to-
talking about? I clip me getting abused all the time on this show. I'm absolutely
You're
clipping
not going to
that.
clip that one, though.
You want to bet?
Yeah, I do.
I have no problem with homosexuals. Do whatever you want. Am I one? Absolutely not. But
Absolutely not, Stan. What you got against homosexuals?
TBD, to be determined.
yeah, yeah. I still
Didn't sound that way when you told us
Stan,
how
you're not
many
a bad
guys
guy
you've been
if you're
with.
homosexual.
no. I still have a lot of life to live. We don't know where this thing's going, but
All right.
as of now, that number's inaccurate.
All right.
Yeah.
Wild.
Well, Chas Skelly, now that we've had you on, finally, Menace always sings your praises. We'll make this a regular thing.
All right.
Randy from Prolific
But
Media.
I mean, do you want to do that? It seems like your viewer count might go down after today.
No,
Listen,
definitely go up.
All right. Thank
Randy?
you, guys.
Randy will go up or down.
Up.
Up.
Nice.
Oh, the professional says up.
Bro, even Randy.
Hey, he said it. He said it like he ran out of Magic 8 Ball. Like up.
Those things are really smart.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I want to get my kids those. Like, boys, you gonna get dinner? Doesn't look good.
Oh man.
Yeah.
What if I did all my parenting off of a Magic 8 Ball?
You would be the best parent ever.
Yeah, that would be pretty good. That would be pretty good.
Oh man.
You could literally never go wrong.
Yeah.
And you're not the bad guy.
Like, Dad, we want
And you're
ice
really
cream.
not at
Hang
fault.
on.
Yeah.
Hang on. Let's see. Yeah, you are. Let's go.
And even anything that happens when the kid gets upset, you just put the 8-ball down, and then when they start bitching, you go and you just point to the 8-ball like,
I know you can't read, but that says no.
yeah, I didn't do it. We went through this fair system, the magic 8-ball.
You want to call your mom? I know you can't read. It says yes, like no. Y is a N.
Sorry.
S, that ES is a O. No. Sorry, bro.
Solid parent.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. I'll kick her ass, dude. Nah, she's a good person. Anyways.
Yes. But Randy,
Me and my kid's mom, we're freaking solid.
We'll clip. Well, wait. Even that. That's something where me and Menace go. I'll say baby mama. Like, oh, you know your baby mama. And Menace goes,
don't call her that.
yeah. You mean my kid's mom? And I'll go, yeah.
Mother.
Yeah, her. All right. And he says, don't call her my baby mama.
No.
That's what she is.
I give her more respect than that, dude.
Why is that disrespect?
I like it.
I don't know. My kid's mother or baby mama?
Well, I think the term
proper...
baby mama usually comes with a following of drama. So if somebody's not a dramatic person, I think you would rather just call them your child's mother, not necessarily your baby's mama. If they're a good person, a good mother, you don't want to call them like baby mama because they're not dramatic.
Yes. I like how you got scientific.
And I'm not like, I'm not like, I don't, if I say ghetto, is that racist these days?
Yeah. Apparently. We don't care, though. We've already said, Menace, we don't give a shit about that.
I don't think saying the term ghetto is racist.
I don't. Who knows? Yo,
ooh, I say ghetto.
So a guy that I work with, he's in the boating. He's docked his boat. He was docked next to a bunch of teachers who were saying, the teachers were saying, if you have a Trump flag or American flag, that means you're racist.
That's definitely not true.
He was like, what? If I have an American flag, I'm a racist?
Well, your political affiliation or your love for your country does not make you in any
we're gonna save this for next
way,
week.
shape, or form racist.
We're going to save this for next week. Because it's 10 o'clock. It's 10:15.
Yeah.
I got to get up at 5:30 a.m. Eastern time. And
I got to be up at 8
right now.
and I feel the same way you
It's
do.
a 1 hour topic.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
I'm good.
Yeah.
What?
It's only 7 here, so I'm good.
I know you're good. I'm working man now, Randy.
I still have daylight.
Yeah, I see that in your fucking humongous mansion.
Your mansion windows.
With your fucking huge dormer fucking... How high is your ceiling? 25 feet?
Yeah,
you can
look at that fucking ceiling.
Basketball in your living room.
Yeah.
Look at this, Randy. Randy, you want to see how I'm living? I'm palming the ceiling.
And I've got a fucking stolen picture behind me.
Hey, social media pays. I keep trying to tell you guys that.
Well, listen. Stan's going to figure out some kind of sponsorship, and we're getting you... I'm trying to get paid over here.
I respect it.
I'm over here drinking free beer. That's all I can afford.
I'm over here drinking Pabst Blue Ribbon because that's all I can afford.
Yeah.
I'm just having LaCroix because I like it.
It's healthy for you?
I thought that. I saw that before, that he was drinking LaCroix. I was like, maybe it's a beer, but it's probably a seltzer. But anyway.
I just hate carbonated water.
Before we head out of here, we'll cheers our Great South Bays, our Chaz's drink, as well as our... Oh, look at Menace. Not even here.
Fuck you. I'm talking to Uriah Faber, you asshole.
You trying to tell him to get what's his name on?
Billy? No. I'm trying to talk to Uriah Faber himself.
Munoz.
Well, no, he hit me up 33 minutes ago but I was so engaged in all you guys. He's like, "You still good?" And I'm like,
How
"Hey,
about this? Why don't you have Alex? Alex and I will come on next week. I'll get Alex on here for sure.
all right, cool. Me, you,
'Cause
Alex, and
Dude,
Uriah?
Alex is fucking hilarious. You'll love it.
Oh, is he?
No, he's funny.
All
Funny.
right, wait. Lock it in, because I'm gonna be cocky. I'm gonna be like, Uriah, we're having your boy Alex on. You should join him.
Yeah.
So you're bumping me out for fucking
What do you
Uriah
mean?
Faehrich?
What are you talking? You're gonna be on too, you ninny boggin.
Guys fucking bumping me for Uriah?
I'm not bumping you. It's gonna be like a fucking party.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll have a
Hey.
little party. You bring some
Hey,
cervezas.
Jazz. Listen, Jazz. I ain't got much time, but if you want to get in the sticks, I'll DM you.
Hey,
I
let's do it. Let's do it.
I'm all kinds of set up. I'm ready to go.
Are you PlayStation?
Hey,
Are you on PlayStation?
hey.
That's that's Long Island basic bitch for yeah.
I'll send you my gamer tag through what's it called for
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Well, you got Xbox?
Xbox.
Very well.
It's cross-platform. It doesn't
Xbox
matter.
as well. I just play on my PS4. Randy,
Actually,
you play video games?
you, me, Alex, and my buddy Sasan all play together. I play with Alex all the time. He's
let's
PlayStation.
go.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Yeah, just shoot me your gamer tag, your whatever Activision
All
tag.
right, you got it, Buzz.
Later, boys.
Bye.
Good talking to you, Chaz.
Yeah. Good talking to you guys too.
Randy, you like what you see on here? We're doing something here.
It's like, oh my god, we finally got rid of Chaz.
No.
No, oh my god, I'm just joking. Chaz is the man.
You guys got
Amazing.
Bro, the Scrapper and the Man, another new podcast coming out, Randy. Whenever Prolific wants to get behind it, we're dropping the Menace. We're picking up Chaz.
Okay.
So, Randy, you see what we're doing here, right?
Yeah.
It's not all fighting. We talk life with fighters, and we talk to people that don't fight about fighting.
Yeah.
And we're still hitting the fighting spectrum.
I like it. I get it. I totally get it. And it's funny. Like you and Chaz going back and forth was fucking funny. So,
yeah, well, you know what? I'm doing that with everybody.
Yeah, well, it's not really you. You're not that funny. Chaz is great, though.
Chaz is amazing. Yeah. There's Dennis and then there's Chaz, and it's like, oh, shit.
Hey, watch both you guys just fucking make out.
I'm not into dudes, Menace. We've been through this.
But yeah, this was fun. I had a good time.
Well, listen, man.
I know it's late though.
Anytime you want to come on, you're welcome.
So here, wait, Randy, it is late, but Menace, we're going to go a quick round off. There's a card this weekend.
I pee pretty bad, but let's go.
Go pee real quick.
This is actually a great card. Let's just get through.
It's a really good card. Stacked for fight night.
Yeah.
Hit me with it.
I don't know if this fight's still on, but Austin Hubbard versus Max Karshprov. I heard Austin Hubbard was just So go take your piss real quick if you got to piss. How bad you got to piss?
Go.
Austin Hubbard just had like compartment syndrome, which is basically when you break a bone or have a surgery and air builds up in your shit. So I heard,
What?
I don't know, some crazy shit. I heard Joe Rogan talking about it, and then I looked at the pictures. He has like a scar from his knee all the way up to his hip. Because air like fills a pocket, and you got to like get the air out or some crazy shit.
And he's probably that fight's probably scrapped. No, how long ago did that happen?
I don't know. It might be scrapped.
Skip it then, right? Just skip that one.
We'll skip that one. I just wanted to say because I saw the name. Roxanne Modafferi, Lauren Murphy.
Roxanne, the one that was on The Ultimate Fighter with the glasses.
Yeah.
Both.
And she's like into like comics and shit, right?
Yeah.
And then who's the other girl?
Lauren Murphy.
She's like, looks like she got smashed in the face with like a stick.
Yeah.
Hang on, they're super. Which one's more attractive to you, Stan?
Neither. Honestly,
You have to pick one.
I'd probably get drunk and hook up with Roxanne first.
Really?
Yeah.
I think I'd go the other way.
Really? So here's the thing. Lauren Murphy might have been might have been with a few more guys. Roxanne's like, yo, I might not get this dick again. I got to do some work right now. That's how.
All right, Stan. We can't be going here with this.
That's just what I'm looking at. That's what I'm saying. We just went there. What are you talking about?
We're fight picks, dude.
I pick off looks. I'm a misogynist, Randy.
Yes, he does.
I'm going.
Well, hang on. In real talk, though, Murphy's super tough, but so is Roxanne.
Number 6 versus number 7.
I think Roxanne has better takedowns.
Yes.
And her ground and pounds, but I think Lauren's the tougher, like, get punch, throw a punch, and throw a combination, where I think Roxanne can take punches and get a takedown, which I think wins the fight.
Yeah. I think Roxanne pulls off wins that she's not supposed to, and she's going to pull off this one. Not that she's not supposed to, but she's a scrapper.
Yeah.
Randy, who you got?
I think she's more well-rounded.
Yeah. I think I'm going to go with actually go with
Lauren Murphy.
Lauren, yeah. Well, here's the thing. Roxanne.
For the betting odds?
Roxanne pulls off wins she's not supposed to. I mean, she got in on Macy and in her last fight, and she beat Antonina. But I think Lauren's super scrappy. She got that win over Andrea Lee this last fight too. I'm gonna go Lauren. I think the on paper it's Roxanne, but I think I'm gonna go Lauren Murphy.
So we throw out 3 on every fight. We throw out 3 options. Who do you want to win? Like, who are you rooting for? Who do you think's going to win? And then we throw on, like, the betting odds, if you want to, you know what I mean? Like,
sure.
If you're a betting man, who would you vote for? Who do you like more? Who do you want to win? And then who do you think, like, technically is probably going to win?
I don't have a dog in that fight as far as, like, you know, I don't really have a relationship with either of them when I was at UFC. I think Roxanne has very, very good jiu-jitsu and ground and pound, like you said, but I think Lauren has her kind of everywhere else. So I'm going to go Lauren.
Okay. I'm going Roxanne.
I'm going Roxanne off of how I usually pick fights, but I do think Lauren's going to win. How does that sound?
What?
I would rather bang.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
And that's a very tough pick because either one's not easy on the eyes.
You got to edit all those things, I feel.
No, I don't.
Or not.
We just won't even post that one. Matt Frivola versus Frank Camacho.
I gotta go. Hang on. I gotta go with my man Frivola. I think he's super tough. He's my homie. I'm rooting for him. I think he's got a good team, good work ethic. What are the odds on that? Or is that like another page for you to pull up?
No, I got it right here. They got pretty even. 125 to 105 negative. Frivola's negative 125. Camacho's negative 105.
Well, Matt's the favorite, yeah.
Yeah, slight favorite.
Camacho got what's that stuff that Wolverine's made out of? Adamantium.
Yeah,
that's what Camacho's chin is made out of. That dude can get hit with lunchbox after lunchbox, cinder block after cinder block. That's a good fight. I think I like your boy Matt too, though, in that fight. I think he's just a little bit better everywhere. But that dude is tough, man.
And I've trained with Matt. And I would say he's definitely more of a gainer. Like, he's a very tough opponent while training with. I think he even steps it up a notch. He's more of a gamer, I think.
Steps up to his competition.
Yeah, for sure.
FredFest 2020. Hopefully it happens. Yeah, I'm going for Frivola. Hopefully, bro, the coronavirus might have put an axe in FredFest.
I disagree. I don't think it did.
You think
that's going to be the only thing happening.
So, yeah, real quick.
Is it in July?
It's usually in June, I believe. Or I'd have to
Raptors fight, no?
Yeah. But they have Randy, the Frivolas, his family have a legendary party on the North Shore of Long Island every year.
I've only been to Long Island once. I didn't get to see anything, but it was cool.
But I told you about that sushi spot.
Yeah, we did go there, huh? That place in Long Beach? Is that where it was? Long
No,
Beach?
I sent you to Stan, I'm taking you there too, where it's all you can eat sushi.
Where, in West Babylon?
Yeah, but there's another one in Saki Asia. There's another one in Massapequa.
Okay.
But yeah, it was cool. Long Island's dope. It's good food.
Anyways.
Jillian Robertson versus Courtney Casey.
Oh, your girl. Well, hang on. So Randy, we also have a thing like if you've been on the show and the other person hasn't been on the show, we're rooting for you.
Yeah, sure. So who are you guys taking? Who's on the show?
Jillian.
I like Courtney at 125. I think she's like massive for 115.
I like Courtney too, but I'm going Jillian.
I think I'm gonna go Jillian's. She's the jiu-jitsu girl, right? She's like very slick on the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think I'm gonna go
red hair.
Yeah, pink red hair. Yeah. I think I'm gonna go Courtney.
Mark Andre Baralut versus Oscar Piechotto.
Yeah, going Oscar.
I'm gonna go the Canadian guy, Andre Barriault. He's got some heavy ass hands.
I'm gonna go Barriault as well. Tisha Torres versus Brianna Van Buren.
Ooh, I didn't know that fight was on this card.
I'm gonna go Tisha.
Brianna's tough.
She's the girl from San Jose, right? Like DC and them's camp.
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah, she's good.
Both of these girls are tiny. So
yeah,
where Tisha's usually fighting girls bigger than her, this is a girl her size.
Yeah, I think she's gonna excel there.
I like Tisha, but that girl Brianna's good. Yeah, she's fun to watch.
Let me see. Odds are Tisha's the underdog, plus 180.
Wow, a big underdog.
Yeah, Brianna's minus 220.
Wow.
And then Jillian versus Courtney Casey is 125 negative for Jillian, 105 negative for Courtney. So very close.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'm going with what's her name? I'm gonna go Tisha Torres on that. I think she's gonna out karate her. Clay Guida, Bobby Green.
Damn, OG fight.
So this
I'm going Bobby Green.
Yeah.
When was the last time Clay Guida's taken anyone down?
Well, I was going to say for you, Menace, this is tough because this is like you probably want Clay to keep winning because it makes you look better. But at the same time, Bobby Green's your boy.
Yeah, but Bobby Green's been on the show, so that's another reason. But I just think
third reason.
Clay stands with people.
Yeah.
He does chase takedowns too.
He's coming off a loss to Jim Miller. Clay Guida.
I think I'm going to go Clay. I think he's going to just grind him.
Oh, Bobby Green all day in this one.
Yeah.
Well, Clay definitely has a better gas tank.
Yeah.
And even Bobby Green's in this boat. Bobby Green lost to Barbosa, lost to Poirier, lost to Magomedov, draw with Vandata, beat Eric Koch, lost to Drakkar Klose, lost to Trinaldo. So they're keeping him around. He's lost 5 of his last 7.
Really?
Yeah.
He lost 5 in a row?
No, 5. He's won 5 and 1 in his last 7.
What I'm saying is like when you lose them consecutively, you could lose 4, win 1, then it's like you reset.
Yeah.
You could lose another 3 in a row.
He hasn't lost 5 in a row. But he's won.
He lost 3 in a row, then had a draw, then he beat Eric Koch. Now he's had 2 losses in a row.
He's also an exciting fighter too.
Very.
So
yeah, a lot of decision losses too. The only person to knock him out was Poirier. I'm going Bobby Green.
I'm gonna go Bobby Green. He's got a chip on his shoulder.
They got Clay Guida Clay Guida is the underdog there. Okay. Plus 195. Bobby Green's negative 250.
Wow.
And now the main card: Jim Miller versus Roosevelt Roberts.
I'll go Jim Miller.
It's a tough fight for Roberts.
Roberts is a huge favorite.
Yeah, he's good. He's really good if you haven't seen him fight.
Yeah, he's negative 240. Jim Miller's plus 185.
Yeah. I'm going to go. Jim Miller, though. If he gets him down, I think it's a wrap. I just don't know if he gets him down. I'm going to go Roberts. I'm going to go the favorite.
I think I'm going to go Jim Miller on that.
Yeah. Oh, gee.
I ain't mad at it.
Just because the East Coast vibe. So, now this one's a tough one for us. Belal Muhammad versus Lyman Good.
All right. Well, you said before, Lyman Good has confirmed coronavirus. We saw the 23-year-old girl's lungs, like, on the internet just the other day. Like, she had to get a lung transplant. So, let's say Muhammad and Lyman Good were equal. Lyman gets the coronavirus. His lungs are fucked. He's now here. So, I got to go Belal. Science. What I think science, like this fight right here, will decide how bad the coronavirus is. In my head, seriously.
For a fight, yeah.
I think I'm gonna go with Lyman, the sideboard. Lyman Good. I love Belal though, man. He's so fun to watch fight.
Like if Lyman Good wins a third round decision, coronavirus
is bullshit.
Does not. Yeah. But if he gasses really hard in the second, I'm like, oh shit.
They got Belal as a negative 135 favorite. Lyman is plus 105. I think I'm going to go Belal Muhammad. I initially went Lyman Good, but I'm going to have to, I think the coronavirus might have fucked him up.
Menace and The Man, I think you should stick Lyman Good.
I want Belal just so I could see his funny tweets afterward.
Wait, but who's been on Menace and The Man more? Belal.
Right.
Lyman's only been on once, but we almost had him twice. But Raquel Pennington versus Marion Renault.
That's a fun fight.
Yeah. Pennington hasn't fought in a minute.
Yeah.
I go with Pennington. I think she's tough.
I'm going Pennington.
I thought she wasn't going to fight the same card as her lady.
They're not on the same card. Oh, they are. They are.
Yeah. They ever been on the same card together?
I thought they were one time.
They were, and I think they said they weren't going to do it again.
Because one of them lost, right?
Yeah.
Or did both of them lose?
Maybe they're training together in the garage. Raquel is the favorite, negative 160, plus 130 for Marion Renault. But yeah, I'm going Pennington in that one.
I'm going Renault. I think she's going to submit her.
So now this one is like the main event for us. Josh Emmett versus Shane Burgos.
Yes. That fight is so awesome. When I saw that fight, sorry, my puppy's going nuts. When I saw that fight, I was like, yeah, this is the one right here.
This fight could definitely put Shane Burgos like on. Him being Cub Swanson definitely put him on. But I think this fight can really, like, yo, you're really it.
Burgos is a contender if he wins this fight.
Yes.
He moves into that fight to get in the top three. Qatar, yeah. Cater, yeah.
And that fight was awesome. I'd watch that fight again. Who you got, Dennis?
Shane? We just had Shane on last week.
He's a New York guy too, right? I mean,
Jersey.
Same.
I mean, is Emmett's got to be the favorite? No,
Shane is.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, the question is will Emmett make weight?
Shane is a negative 140. Josh is a plus 110.
I think I'm gonna go Shane. I think he's a little bit more well-rounded on the feet. Josh got power though, man. Josh,
he hits.
He hits hard for what are they? 145, right? Yeah.
I got Burgos all day. Movement. I think Burgos picks him apart.
Wow. Yeah, he's close.
Nah, I think it's just maybe 3 rounds, but 3 rounds of him just dancing on the outside, Emmett like swinging at air.
No, I think it's gonna be a little rock sock'em.
Huh? I think
Shane likes a little bit of a firefight. I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying
It could be a mistake here.
Yeah, I could be wrong, but I think Burgos. When I watch both of them, I feel like Burgos is quicker. Emmett has power, but I think Emmett just catches people. Like, I think he caught Stevens, and then Stevens knocked him out. He was unsuspecting. He caught Michael Johnson. Michael Johnson was kind of fucking him up for the beginning of the fight. You know, I guess I don't want to say people underestimate him, but
no, I got you.
They zig when they should zag, and he catches them. He could happen to Burgos, but I think Burgos is good. So main event, Alexander Volkanovski.
Nah, Volkov.
Alexander Volkov, I apologize, versus Curtis Blades.
That's a great fight, too.
Blades would be champion right now if he didn't.
Blades.
Yeah, if he didn't get. If Ngannou, your boy Ngannou, wasn't his kryptonite, he'd probably be champion. Like, if he fought Stipe, there's a realm where he just wrestle fucks Stipe for 5 rounds.
I feel bad for Blades in this spot because if he wins, what does he do? He's not fighting for the title next, you know. So what does he do? On the other hand, Volkov Volkov wins. Who does he fight? You know,
if he beats Volkov, and he's -400, Volkov's +300. If he beats, here's a scenario: if he beats Volkov,
that big of a favorite?
Yeah.
He's -200.
Yeah.
Who's minus what? Who's the negative?
Blades
is
-400.
He's the underdog?
No, the favorite.
Oh.
So if
Volkov is a bad motherfucker.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's +300. Like, that's
he can't wrestle.
Heavyweight?
He can't wrestle though.
Yeah, but he's 7 feet tall. If you take him down, he can wrap his legs up, and I don't know. Maybe it's not that easy, but
I think Blades is.
He's got to throw that knee up while he's shooting, and it's good night, bro.
Yeah, but you saw that fight. I think it was Blades' last fight versus JDS.
Yeah,
his striking is there now.
Yeah,
his striking.
He's really good, man. He's really, really good.
Yeah.
Blades.
I'm going Blades.
Yeah, me too. I mean, with the odds being that crazy, I might throw a couple bucks the other way. Fuck it.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I think I'm going to go Blades too, but I could probably tell you right now I'm going to be betting Volkov. That's pretty crazy to me. +300.
Throw $50 out, see what happens.
Probably more than that for me. But yeah, I don't know. And Volkov hasn't fought in over a year. I feel like.
No, he fought Greg Hardy.
Yeah, wasn't that? When was that?
I think right before the Corona. No.
Oh, was that like February?
Let me see. It wasn't too long ago.
Maybe you're right. Yeah, you're right.
But yeah, I'm going. He fought Greg Hardy November 2019.
Okay, yeah, sure.
But enough time.
Yeah, I'll go.
Yeah, we're going Blades, but you always like the odds. You like a big favorite, a big underdog. I mean,
you're a betting man. You go Volkanovski, but you think Blades is gonna win.
I'll go Blades. Yeah, Blades for the win. But if I'm gonna bet, I'm probably gonna bet on Volkov.
And Volkov, Menace. I say it too, obviously Volkanovski, but it's Volkov. What's his name? Volkanovski doesn't lose. But we didn't get into any of that. But Randy, we'll make this a regular thing. Anytime you want to jump on, we'll preview UFC 251. We'll talk Prolific Media. We'll talk with Fred Singano and you at the same time. Whatever we can work out.
Let's do it. Yeah. I appreciate you guys having me on. This was fun.
Thanks, Randy.
You're the man, Randy. Randy from Prolific Media. Everybody go check him out. If you're a business, be sure to slide in the DMs.
Yeah. Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
All right. We'll talk to you soon, brother. Oh, nice episode, Menace.
Yep.
So, man, Uriah Faber was coming on, but you don't look at your phone.
I'm in the show.
Yeah.
What do you want me to do?
I like that. So, schedule him for another time.
The next week, we'll hit you up.
And what do you say? Fuck you?
I said, sounds good.
All right. Sounds like a plan. Go ahead, Menace.
Well, see you later.